Good evening, everyone, and welcome to IndyStar Friday Night Live, presented by Bath Experts, the only show that brings you the week's biggest Indiana high school football games wherever you are. So you see every jaw-dropping play, every thrilling finish, and all of the gridiron stars of tomorrow today. I'm your host, Justin Mack, coming to you live from the IndyStar newsroom, and to my left, as always, I've got the man with the answers and the man with a shiny new haircut. He's finally catching up to me 7 weeks in. This is IndyStar sports editor Matt Gleness. How you doing tonight, man?
Yes, I spent $15 on this haircut, and I got what I paid for. And I don't wear a tie because my father failed me, and I don't know how to tie one.
And I tried to teach him, but he just didn't want to take that kind of guidance. But thankfully, we are here to give you guidance through another week of great Indiana high school football action.
It's week 7, and it actually feels like football weather.
It really does. It's great.
Nice,
you put a hoodie on, go to the games, and we got a lot of great games that we're bringing tonight. Thanks to all of our awesome network partners who have been supporting us all season long. So let's take a look at the board and see what we're going to bring you tonight on week 7 of IndyStar Friday Night Live, presented by Bath Experts.
Sure thing. We've got Martinsville at Meridian, courtesy of MHS Rewind. Meridian 0-6, looking to get their first win of the season. Martinsville, a high-powered offense led by quarterback Xavier Tonitis. Then we've got Roncalli at Bloomington North, courtesy of the Rebel Media Network. Roncalli 1-5, but still, I still think they're a threat in their sectional. Bloomington North is 5-1. They are ranked, so look out for that one. Pike at Center Grove, courtesy of the CG Gridiron Network. Center Grove has won their last 2 games, and really are coming on strong. They had a really tough schedule. I wouldn't put it past anyone that Center Grove's going to win their sectional either, so they're a team to watch as well. We have Noblesville at Hamilton Southeastern, courtesy of the Southeastern Sports Network, the kids at HSE putting that on for us. HSE has really turned it around. They had big wins over Zionsville and Westfield the last 2 weeks, and they look for real, and Noblesville is coming off their first win of the season last week playing Franklin Central. Speaking of Franklin Central, they head to Fishers, and we'll show you that courtesy of the Fisher Sports Network. Fishers started the year 4-0, have lost their last 2 games, but no shame in that because they played Brownsburg and Avon, and we knew they were going to get tested later on in the season as the schedule got tougher. But we'll see what Fishers can do tonight. One really intriguing game we have tonight in Class 2A is Lapel at Heritage Christian, courtesy of Indiana SRN. That's a good matchup of quarterbacks. You have Cole Alexander at Lapel, and you've got Max Milton at Heritage Christian. The Eagles can score points in bunches, and they are ranked in 2A. Lapel's not ranked, but they're 4-2 and a very good team. We have visiting from Michigan, Pontiac Notre Dame at Garin Catholic, courtesy of the IHSAA Champions Network. Garin Catholic coming off that loss to Bishop Chittard last week, but again, Chittard is the class of 3A. Garin Catholic is ranked number 10 in 3A. Don't know a lot about Pontiac Notre Dame. I am sorry about that. Then we have the MIC Network Game of the Week that you can watch in its entirety on IndyStar.com. That is Warren Central at Lawrence North. Warren Central ranked number 4 in 6A. Both of their losses have come by 3 points. They are really good. Lawrence North has lost 4 in a row, but their offense is definitely something to look out for. Donovan McCulley at quarterback is fantastic, and Omar Cooper at receiver is having a fantastic season. And Bashir Jones at running back also is putting up big numbers.
All right, so
we've got one more game, and that's Hamilton Heights at Tipton, courtesy of WHMB TV 40. Hamilton Heights, this is the second year under John Kirshner. They're 2-4. Tipton, the Blue Devils, 4-2. Should be a good game there as well.
Absolutely. So again, another great night of games here on IndyStar Friday Night Live. And again, shout out to all of our network partners and to all of the viewers. This has, again, been a first-time thing that we've done here at the IndyStar, and it's been amazing to see it grow week after week. We started off on IndyStar.com, and now we are on multiple platforms. So wherever you are, you can have us. How lucky are you?
Yeah, I mean, if you're going on a date tonight and you want to watch football while you're on your date, pull out your phone, as long as it's not a first date.
Exactly. Well, that's important.
If it's a first date, you're not getting a second date.
And then we're on Facebook Live.
Yep.
We are on Twitter Live. We are on YouTube. We are everywhere. So we are taking over, and we couldn't be happier. So check us out, and if you are watching either in the stands or at home, make sure you share your thoughts, good and bad. We can take the harsh criticism, thick skin in the journalism business. Share it with the hashtag using IndyStarFNL. That's IndyStarFNL is the hashtag. We've been trending all season. Why should we stop now?
Exactly.
So, and we always talk about how this is revolutionary, so we want to show you exactly how it works by getting into some game action right away. Actually, we're going to jump over to that big matchup that you talked about earlier, Pike and Center Grove. Still nothing, but we're going to show you how IndyStar Friday Night Live works if you're tuning in for the first time. This game brought to us by CG Gridiron Network, and the call from Kevin Conrad, Ted Kitchell, and Rick Embry. Enjoy.
Yeah, Weems just trying to stay on his feet. I mean, you get in that situation, watch right here. He does a nice job. He's very patient right here. See how he follows? He's got his hand on. Now, once you get in that pile, you just think, okay, if I can keep my feet, the offensive line is just going to continue to push us down the down the field as they did, and Center Grove once again moves the chains.
11 yards for Weems. First down, Center Grove.
And that's a Center Grove Trojan.
Football at the Pike 28-yard line. And
Fumble.
a fumble.
And they got it.
Picked up by the Pike defense. It looked like Jackson was trying to hand that one off, and it just went right straight to the turf.
Center Grove's had 9 fumbles. That's 10, and they've lost 7 so far this year. As far as you can see right here, he never really had.
All right, so after a little turnover there with some defensive action, we're going to jump over to another game. Again, bringing you multiple games tonight on Friday Night Live. This is going to be Warren Central and Lawrence North, brought to us by the MIC Network. This is our MIC Network Game of the Week that you can watch in its entirety on IndyStar.com. And the call brought to you by Logan Hunt and Josh Ayen. Been doing a great job all season, so enjoy it right now.
Play against the Red Devils last week with an ankle injury. Back in now for the Warriors. Moore drops back, looks out. Right side, Price hit immediately, makes the grab. Huge play there by Jeremy Lee.
My goodness, Jeremy Lee, that's an awesome way to set the tone too. And probably one of the strengths of this Lawrence North defense is that secondary. It's just the front 7 that has to find a way to piece things together, but great tackle right there by Jeremy Lee.
Jeremy Lee with 35 tackles on the season, an interception, and a pick 6 to his name, as well as a forced fumble. Big hitter. 3rd and 8, Moore. 5-step drop, rolling right side, under pressure. Throws a wobbler, and that one drops right down at the 48-yard line at the feet of Chris Atkins, the intended receiver. Brings up 4th down for Warren Central.
That was a good blitz right there. You saw Lee at the bottom of your screen coming in at the last second. It looks like a couple other Lawrence North defenders just able to get pressure, and Moore had to throw that into a tight window, and luckily for Lawrence North, they come away with a 3 and out.
Randy Wells going to be punting away for Warren Central. Averages about 28 yards a punt. It's pinned 3 of them inside the 20-yard line.
All right, we're going to take a break in this action here and show you a big play out of that Franklin Central and Fishers game. This one, a 78-yard pass and run, and you can see short pass, but that's going to be a whole lot of running.
That is a whole lot of running. Look at him. Get my ankles. Nope. God, how many people try to get him take his shoes off?
Very, very nice.
Touchdown.
So again, big highlight brought to you here on IndyStar Friday Night Live, presented by Bath Experts. So let's take a quick 60-second break from our sponsor to show how they can help you like they've helped us all season long. All right, so big thank you to our sponsor, Bath Experts, a great partner all season long, just like all the viewers and the networks for making IndyStar Friday Night Live possible. And I know it's Friday night, but I want to take a quick moment to talk about Wednesday, something really special. You're here in IndyStar, seeing kind of the unique content we've been able to bring you through your support. And if you come back on Wednesday to IndyStar.com, you can have a big opportunity to save a whole lot of cash while supporting the kind of work we're doing. If you come back on Wednesday for just $5, you can get 3 months for a subscription. So that's 3 months, $5. That's a deal. You're probably going to spend $5 at McDonald's or something. Don't do that. Support local journalism and awesome shows like IndyStar Friday Night Live and Bath Experts. So
this just in, McDonald's is no longer going to be a sponsor for next year.
That's fine. That's fine. We got Bath Experts. We don't need them. We're going to jump back into some action that we've been bringing you earlier tonight. Hopefully we can get you some more action, some scores, some highlights. This, again, that Warren Central, Lawrence North game. We're going to take it away with the call and see what happens next.
This time, Pauly keeps himself and again finds Cooper, who drops it, but had plenty of open space in front of him. You don't see that too often, Omar Cooper dropping one of those, but what a spectacular talent. He's having his way so far with this Warren Central defense.
He really is, and if you look on that replay right there, Lyle Warren was just playing a few yards off the ball right there, just giving enough cushion for Cooper once again. I'm going to be curious to see how they're going to play Cooper throughout the night. Are they going to give that cushion in the zone, or are they going to try and play him straight man up and make things difficult at the line of scrimmage?
2nd and 10. Stanberry now going one-on-one with Cooper in the slot. McCauley has 2 seconds with the snap. Again, looks to Jones, play action over the top to Cooper and overthrows him. 3rd down now for Lawrence North.
And I was just about to say there, Stanberry doing a better job there, playing straight man on him. He was there stride for stride with Cooper on that one, and McCauley was forced to put a longer ball on that one. That one was just straight up an overthrow.
And that might be the next level to Donovan McCauley's game, is getting that extra touch on the ball. We know he has the arm, but maybe getting a little more loft on it to give Cooper the chance, who has a height advantage on Javion Stanberry. Cooper standing at 6'1".
You got to keep in mind, too, that McCauley is only a junior.
3rd and 10 now. Under 9 minutes to go in the first quarter. Hand off to Jones, who is met immediately in the backfield. Loss of 5 yards on the
play. Take a break from
play.
this action to bring you another big highlight on Friday Night Live. This one, Heritage Christian taking on LaPel. And Heritage Christian said, we want to go for 80 in the air. So they did it right here.
I told you about Max Milton, the quarterback for Heritage Christian. There's his favorite target, Harrison Eckel. He was an preseason super team selection for us. Really good wide receiver. Just let him make a play, put the ball right where it needed to be.
Absolutely.
So Heritage Christian, again, I said there will be points scored in this game, but the Eagles' offense is no joke.
So the passing games starting off big. Let's jump over to another game. This is going to be Hamilton Heights taking on Tipton. It's going to be our first look at this for the night. This brought to us by our friends over at WHMB TV 40 with the call from Howard Kelman and Todd Malo. Let's take it away with the call and see what happens next as Tipton enjoys that 7-0 lead over Hamilton Heights.
To your left, you don't throw that ball back to the right. Made a good decision, took the sack. There's nothing wrong. We only lost a couple yards, but good defense on Tipton.
He did take some pretty good hits on that.
He sure did, yeah.
2nd down and 12. That's a lateral to Blake Webble, and a nice pickup. And he's tackled on the play by Bryce Kesterson. For a fresh home-cooked meal, visit Erica's Place in Cicero. Try their hand-breaded tenderloin, voted 3rd best in the state. Erica's in Cicero, open Monday through Friday, 6 to 8:30, Saturday 6 to 8, Sunday 7 a.m., 2 p.m. Breakfast served anytime. Erica's in Westfield for breakfast and lunch.
Have you been there before?
No, but I'm going to give it a try.
Yeah.
As long as you pay for it.
That's fine. Do you like tenderloins?
Yes.
Yeah, I do too. This is like Tipton Pork Festival. I mean, this is pork capital of the world here, I think.
Okay, here's a 3rd and 7, a gain of 5 on the last play. Griffey. It's a line of scrimmage pass again, and it didn't really work. Blake Webble caught it. Slowed down on the play by Drew Service and tackled by Colin Stapleton, and that'll bring up 4th down, and they may go for it.
Well, when you don't have a running game, you're going to throw passes like a running game, and that's why they've been throwing a lot of laterals, a lot of bubble screens, things like that to try to get the ball out of Guy Griffey's hands pretty quickly to try to run the football and try to get some yardage. But unfortunately for Hamilton Heights, they just haven't been able to succeed very well on that so far.
So it's a 4th and 8. They're at the 24-yard line of Tipton.
Tipton showing blitz.
Griffey has time, firing. It's caught. It's caught by Brent Pennington. And out of bounds at the near sideline, and good enough.
All right, big pass play there, but let's show you another one here on IndyStar Friday Night Live. This is another score out of that Fishers-Franklin Central game, and Fishers sounds like they're getting it done.
Yeah, this is Marcus Rue, drop back. He's got plenty of time to pick out his man, and there's Jeffrey Simmons. Guess what? He's wide open.
Oh, man.
Pitch and catch, easy peasy.
Nothing wrong with that. So we're going to take another quick switch back to that action we've been bringing you. Don't want to miss the opportunity at another touchdown
That's a
here
heck
on
of a
Friday
move by
Night Live.
87 right there.
Stayed on his feet the whole way
Yeah.
through. I love it.
Yeah,
we're going to take it away with the call and see if we can get you another touchdown here on Friday Night Live.
Griffey handing off to Deshaun King, who is inside the 5, where he's brought down on the play by Javen Lyons.
This is where it gets really tough here, Howard. When you cannot run the football, this gets really tough down here inside the 5-yard line. And that's why you want to make sure that you have a really good running game. And so I wouldn't be surprised if you see another lateral or maybe try to get a quick slant or something, because they've really struggled down here running the football. Only 4 rushing touchdowns the entire year.
Yes, 2nd and goal from the 4. There he goes. That's rushing touchdown number, I believe he got in. It is touchdown to Sean King, their 5th rushing touchdown of the season.
That's big for Hamilton Heights to be able to score on the ground like that, Howard. That's a boost in confidence for sure.
And the big key was
all right, looks like a big touchdown for Hamilton Heights. We want to see if we can get you another on Friday Night Live. Back to Warren Central and Lawrence North. Warren Central threatening here in the red zone. Let's take it away with the call and see what happens.
This is Tutty Town so far.
Don't ever say that again.
But
that's not a town I reside in.
How many touchdowns have we seen in the first 20 minutes of the show? 16 minutes of the show. It's Tutty Town.
It's going to be a long night for some of these defenses. And
Backfield gets stood up right at the line of scrimmage, maybe gets a gain of 1. Gets tackled by a pack of Wildcats.
Good job right there by Lawrence North. They had 8 in the box on that one, and that time they just fully sold out for the run. This time they were able to execute and just bring them down for minimal yardage.
3rd and 3 now for Warren Central. Taking their time offensively. Again, under 15 on the play clock. Play call coming in. Moore again going to go under center. 4 men down on the line for the Wildcats. Showing blitz. Allen in motion. Play action. Moore with time over the top and overthrows Derek Allen, who was wide open in the end zone. Would have been 6, but Kobe Moore just throwing this one out of the reach of senior Derek Allen.
We could feel the pressure if you're Kobe Moore right there. You had some sort of blitzer coming in off the edges there, and I bet you that's why Moore was throwing that high right there, just feeling that pressure overall.
Here comes the junior, Joe Jackson, coming in to attempt a 30-yard field goal attempt near the right hash. Joe Jackson, 2 of 3 on the year with a long of 25 yards. This would be a new season long for him. Wellman with the snap. Tavernier with the hold, and it's blocked. Again, Jeremy Lee comes up with the big rejection there for the Lawrence North Wildcats, and they hold.
And that's a momentum-changing play right there, Logan. You have Warren Central drive down the field.
Not only do we bring you touchdowns, we bring you big special teams plays. Block kicked here in this one, so we're going to jump over to another game going on right now. Actually, a first look, even though we brought you a highlight earlier. This, the Lapel Heritage Christian matchup, brought to us by Indiana SRN, with a call from Kurt Darling and Charles Benberry.
Simon's coming from. This time they give the ball to Kyle Shelton, the backup running back, and he goes nowhere. In fact, probably loses a yard on that play. And now you're looking at 3rd down and a mile for Lapel.
It's their 2nd, 3rd, and long, and for both of their drives. The first one was 3rd and 18. Now it's 3rd and 23, so they've got to get all the way inside the 15-yard line, probably to about the 12 or 13-yard line if they're going to get a first. So I would expect a pass here for sure. Try to get anywhere in field goal range if you're not going to get the first down. Give your kicker a chance to get some points on the board.
Here's the snap, pressure coming. He shakes it off and fires downfield looking for his receiver. And that's incomplete, looking for Hayden LeClaire.
A long 3rd down play didn't quite work out there, so we're going to jump over to another game, bring you some action for the first time. This is that Hamilton Southeastern Noblesville matchup, and HSC already up 7-0. They've had 2 big games their past 2 weeks. I've really enjoyed watching this team.
Their offense is humming now. Sophomore running back Blaine Wirtz has been fantastic the last 2 weeks. Up until a couple weeks ago, he only had 1 game of varsity experience. He has really burst onto the scene, giving them another dimension in the backfield. And Andrew Hobson, their quarterback, has done a really great job. He's got good weapons with Ben Boyson and DeAndre Rhodes. So the Hamilton Southeastern offense, they've been killing it lately.
Right on. So this from the Southeastern Sports Network. Enjoy the call and the action.
Looking to pass again. Not seeing anything open, but Tony Myers on the left side, and touchdown Royals. So it is going to be 13-0 early, and HSC finds the end zone again.
Yeah, Andrew Hobson, he looked to his right. There was nothing there. He finally came back to his left side and saw Tony Myers open, and just a great throw and great catch by Tony Myers.
Girolis is on to attempt the extra point. Snap down, hold is good, and the kick is good as well. So 14-0 Royals with 2 minutes left on the first quarter.
All right, so a touchdown and a good kick there from HSE. So we're going to jump over and get you a first look at this matchup between Pontiac Notre Dame and Guerin Catholic. Right now, Guerin is driving, but they are down 3-0 in this matchup, brought to us by our friends at the IHSAA Champions Network, and the call from Jerry Baker and Jan Borst. So let's take it away with the call and see what happens next.
Really kind of sniffed out that running game. Now we see for Guerin 3rd and about 6. This will be an interesting play call now for Guerin.
This time they set up in the shotgun with Geloff standing back right about the 20-yard line. Got a running back, Baumgartner sitting on his right hip. Low snap. Here's the inside head up and up the middle.
Look out!
It is
touchdown
from the 25-yard line all the way into the end zone. A 25-yard touchdown run.
Hey, I'll tell you, Geloff makes this because this is a low snap. If he doesn't handle this snap, this thing not only doesn't go for a touchdown, but probably goes for a loss. But he just stayed right with it, didn't panic, got the running back the football, and was able to take it all the way in.
In fact, Chad, initially I thought the play had been broken.
Well, see, Geloff has to literally pick this up off the ground, and just sometimes with a busted play, the little hesitation gets the defense just a where's the ball type scenario, and Guerin capitalized on it.
So the PHA by Luke Etchison coming up right now. Here's the snap, here's the kick. He is 14 of 15. Now he is 15 of 16. So a 25-yard run by Baumgartner.
All right, so a big run and touchdown for Guerin Catholic there. So let's jump back over to this matchup between Franklin Central and Fishers. Right now, 14-0 in favor of Fishers. We've shown you the two big pass plays that have gotten them there, and it looks like they don't want to stop anytime soon. So we'll see what happens next. Let's take it away with the call.
Tigers facing a 2nd and 14 here, hoping to gain at least a quick pass across the middle to set them up for a solid chance at completing that 3rd down. Marcus Drew out of the back. He's going to see his options. 2 defenders on him. He's going to run for it. He's going to be hit very hard and gain 3 yards. Oh, and Marcus Drew. That ball is going to come out.
And he does fumble on the play. The Flashes recover the fumble on the play.
Franklin Central Flashes there on the fumble recovery. One interesting note about that play, I did see Matt Noble out there for the first time tonight. He got injured in the first game of the season at Lucas Oil Stadium against North Central, and now he's back.
It's also very interesting to see Marcus run. As I've noticed one thing throughout this year is that Marcus Drew loves to run the ball as a quarterback. And right there, we're going to see it come back to hurt that Tigers offense. Flash is going to have 3 receivers on the right. They're going to end up handing it off, and they're going to attain a solid 5 yards again.
Tackled by 94, Colin Worley.
Colin Worley there on the tackle.
And one thing I'd like to note also is that Flash's defense right there, playing very well and actually finally showing hope as we wind down this first quarter, as there's only 2.5 minutes left.
All right, going to take a quick break in that action. I know that so far all night has felt like one big highlight reel because we brought you so many scores and big plays, but we want to bring you some more highlights.
What we do here on Friday Night Live. Here we go. First highlight. You saw this live, but let's get another angle from it. This is the Center Grove fumble that kind of killed their first drive, and Pike jumps on it. Nice play by the offensive lineman because if he picks that up, the defensive lineman's probably
gone,
rumbling all the way. Who knows?
Absolutely.
It might not be that fast. All right, second highlight. Ben Davis, the first play of the game, the first offensive play of the game. This is Trent Gibson, the quarterback, saying, hello, goodbye. There he goes. And that's a big game against Carmel for Ben Davis. Ben Davis, kind of down year for them, but they have talent, and Trent Gibson is a great dual threat quarterback, can do a lot of things. especially with his legs right there. Big play, 77-yard touchdown.
That's got to be tough on the first play of the game to be off to the races with the QB like that. It's got to be tough for the defense.
Yeah, no, it is. Another great quarterback in the area, Orrin Edwards for Cathedral. This is a nice seam pass to his tight end right here, I promise. Here it is, Orrin. Nice little throw right up the seam, just like I promised. Tight end looked like he was headed to daylight, got caught, but Cathedral would score on the next play, so they lead 7-0 early on.
All right, absolutely. So another great crop of highlights collected by our IndyStar Friday Night Live team that is out at all of those games, so shouts out to them. We want to jump back actually into that action we brought you from Lapel and Heritage Christian. Looks like we got a red zone situation, so we're going to jump in and let the call tell you what's going on.
Brown once again on the carry.
And Coach Ray kind of hinted to us in the pregame show that they do want to kind of ride Colton Brown a little bit tonight, especially when you have a running game that works as well as theirs does. You don't have to throw the ball every time, but running also opens up the pass because now you get the linebackers creeping up to the line of scrimmage, stacking the box, and that allows you to go deep, as we saw the first play for Heritage Christian.
First down and goal here for the Eagles. The give is to Brown again. He tries to clip the corner of the end zone, and they're going to call him out of bounds right at the 1-yard line, bringing up second down.
And that time you saw the box was stacked. You saw 8 guys standing at the line of scrimmage for this defense, and Max Milton and Colton Brown like, okay, they're going to stack the box. Let's get to the outside, which is what you want to do. Make those linebackers run from sideline to sideline. Brown just about had another touchdown on the year. They're going to mark him down at the 1. I expect him to get the ball here and punch it in.
With about a minute and a half left here in this first quarter, Heritage Christian trying to make it a two-score contest, and they do so, giving it to Brown right up the gut for another touchdown. And who else but Colton Brown? That was pretty much his whole drive over those last few minutes as we take a look at the touchdown run here.
You see his brother, the lead blocker. You saw the pressure from the top of the screen coming from the left. They're going to run to the right, and Peyton Brown, his brother, did a nice job.
All right, so another touchdown there. So let's jump over to another red zone opportunity here. This one for Hamilton Heights as they take on Tipton.
And also, I want to give a quick score update. Westfield leads the #1 team in the state, Avon, 10-7 after the first quarter. Something to keep an eye on.
Absolutely. Let's take it away with the call and see if this tie game can have someone taking advantage.
And fortunately for the Huskies, it was not intercepted. If Denham didn't get his hand on it, it would have been.
Yeah, it was a good defensive play. It was just hard trying to find somebody open. It's the second time he's thrown a ball over the middle. The one time he was picked off.
So here's a 3rd and 9 from the Tipton 20. And a timeout is called.
Our thanks to Tipton Pizza King for feeding our crew tonight and for their support of high school football and the TV40 game of the week. Give Richie and his crew a call tonight and order your favorite pizza. Dine in or carry out. Pizza King at 122 South Main Street in Tipton for a truly special pizza.
All right, we're going to take a quick 60-second break with a word from our sponsors, Bath Experts. All right, so big thank you to Bath Experts once again, and thank you for everyone viewing, all of our team out on the field at IndyStar Friday Night Live, and all of our network partners. And also, want to remind you, I know it's Friday night, but I want to remind you that on Wednesday, a big opportunity to support all the work we're doing here at IndyStar and local journalism as a whole for just $5, 3-month subscription. That's a special deal. Because we're friends, I'm telling you about it ahead of time so you can beat everybody else to it. So on Wednesday, come on back, spend your $5, get a 3-month subscription. You won't find a better deal than that anywhere.
We're worth it.
We are worth it. And again, if you're watching Friday Night Live like you have been all season, make sure you're using the hashtag IndyStarFNL to share. If you're watching, say, in one place and you got to maybe go out on the run, watch on IndyStar.com. You can also watch on Facebook Live, YouTube, Twitter. We're live on all devices as long as you've got a...
Say it.
You say it.
If you've got a screen, we can be seen.
I don't want to say because I really don't like that line. So we're going to jump back into some action. Warren Central, Lawrence North. Right now, Lawrence North with the lead and the ball, and they're marching. Let's see if they can add another touchdown to the one they've already got.
Yeah, what Lawrence North was trying to do right there, just trying to find some way to get some of those penalty yards back. We had a good block by David Beatty, but just good job by this Warren Central secondary, just flooding in and using the sideline as an extra defender in this case.
Again, McCauley out of the shotgun set, 4 receiver set. 2 up top, 2 to the bottom. Comes man in motion, Beatty. And McCauley rolls right. Under pressure, breaks 1 tackle, and now is going to be brought down by Andrew Nelson, as well as Dwayne Eccles in on the sack. There was nowhere to go for Donovan McCauley.
That's the second time we've seen a rollout lead to a sack for Lawrence North. I mean, just right there, you had backside pressure right there. Just good job by this Warren Central defensive line.
All right, going to take a break in that action to show you a big score in another game that has been tied up, Hamilton Heights and Tipton. But Hamilton Heights says, we're going to change that up a little bit. Take a look. Beautiful catch in the back of the end zone there. So we're going to take a rapid switch over to get a little more action here on IndyStar Friday Night Live. This, again, that HSC Noblesville matchup. HSC, who has been on fire these past 2 games, they don't like they're slowing down. 14-0 lead over Noblesville right now. So we're going to take it away with the call and see if they can add some more points to the board.
Excuse me, but 2nd and 7 coming up for the Royals.
Warriors have been consistent with running the ball on first down for sure, but also a lot of the second downs. So they're doing a good job of starting the drive and starting the series off with picking up some yards to keep them in 3rd and manageables.
They gave it to DeAndre on the sweep out to the right side, but he gets tripped up. If he wouldn't have gotten tripped, he might have had some room on the right, but he did get tripped up nonetheless, so it'll be a 3rd and 7, and now this is multiple straight 3rd downs where, you know, HSC have to pick up more yards than they want to.
Yeah. 3rd and 7, and both the previous drives they were able to pick it up. We'll see if they can do that here.
I got the defense to jump, yeah. So the 3rd and 7 will turn into a 3rd and 2 as we saw a Noblesville coach throw his pen. He's not going to be happy with the defensive line.
Booth over here. Yeah, they weren't happy with that one, and rightfully so. You always have to watch the ball on 3rd down, and Noblesville did not do a good job of that, and it makes it much more of an easy 3rd down to pick up. Only 2 yards to go now. So really the run game is available here, or they can.
All right, going to jump right into this Guerin Catholic game. They are on the 1, threatening to score and extend their lead against Pontiac Notre Dame after a big pass play.
To Bernie McGinnis.
Bernie McGinnis. Making it happen. Let's take it away with the call and see if all of Bernie's efforts can be turned into some points.
Yeah, they're probably going to give it to Gus. So it's going to go from Bernie to Gus right here. Gus Baumgartner, big running back there.
Solid, strong names.
Great names to Guerin Catholic.
Let's take it away with the call.
They do over the right side. Baumgartner hit right of the line of scrimmage and brought down, maybe lost a yard on that play. It looked like Connor Getschke was in to put the stop on him defensively for the Irish.
Luke Etchison for Notre Dame on that tackle. Got a pretty good read on it and got to him pretty quick. You make a tackle down here this close to the goal line, you got to read quick, and pursuit angle is everything.
2nd down and goal from the 3 now. A loss of a yard on that play. Clock with about a minute gone here in this quarter. And rolling left side is Gelov, and he will waltz into the end zone from 3 yards out.
Well, Gelov, he could be a salesman when he grows up because he absolutely sold this fake, and most people bought it, and he just walks in. That's a super great play. And it's all because, they continue to be able to run the football. And when you get respect for running the football, then all these plays now come together. Great play.
All right, so a big fake and a beautiful run there for Guerin Catholic to get in, add another touchdown. So we're going to jump back over to some more action here. This one, Heritage Christian and LaPel. Right now, Heritage Christian up 14-0 and looking to do a little bit more.
Turnover on downs for LaPel. And we were talking about this while we were off the air here, CJ. It just seems that LaPel is able to move the ball down the field, but then when they're knocking on the door of the red zone, it just seems to just fall flat.
Yeah, and whether it's penalties, they've had penalties on each drive, whether it be false starts or holding, doesn't matter what it is. They seem to get to the 25, 30-yard line and then just falter. They have to find a way to get past that. They have to get the ball in the end zone here, because now if Heritage Christian scores, that's 21-0 already. LaPel, their defense needs a big play here.
Milton fakes the ball to his running back, Brown, and now here's Harrison Eckel trying to shake off two defenders, and he gains a few yards on that play, out about to the 27. And you just see them giving it to Harrison Eckel an awful lot here, CJ. He's just one of those guys that,
All right, breaking this action to bring you yet another score here on IndyStar Friday Night Live. This one, Pike Center Grove, and, well, the action speaks for itself.
It does, but I'll say it anyways. He scored a touchdown.
Well, you can see that from everyone jumping around and enjoying that Center Grove touchdown. Well, we've got some more highlights because we don't stop here on IndyStar Friday Night Live, presented by Bath Experts. And again, shout out, because these highlights just don't make themselves. We've got a great team that is out at all of these games, in the action, bringing you the action. So big thank you to them, because I know it's getting a little chilly out tonight.
It's actually beautiful out right now.
I don't know about you. I don't like
That's what someone told me. All right, well, here's our first highlight from this group. We got Plainfield blocking a field goal here. And this is actually the second block field goal we've seen today. We saw live Warren Central, Lawrence North. Yeah. So
special teams making it happen.
Special teams is special.
For a reason.
All right, we've already shown you one Cathedral big play. Well, here's Orrin Edwards doing it again. This is a TD pass on a nice slant route right there. And number 4, nice touchdown. And that was set up by Cathedral interception. So Cathedral leads 14-0. They're playing Normal from Illinois. So Cathedral normally wins games like that. So
I'm just going to let that one go. What's up with the next highlight?
We have a Franklin interception here. Outside linebacker sticking in zone coverage, and yoink. I was late on my yoink, but
it was well-intentioned. That's
a good
good yoink.
well-intentioned.
So again, thank you to everyone who has helped bringing those highlights in, and everyone there who is using that hashtag IndyStarFNL to show all their excitement. We're going to go back into that Fishers Franklin Central game, which has been, well, scoring one for Fishers, and show you if they're going to get another opportunity to extend the lead that they've been enjoying right now. So we're going to jump back into that action right now. Let's take it away with the call and see what happens next.
Decision here, as they are only about 2 to 2.5 yards out here. You have to wonder what this Tigers offense is going to decide to go with. So we do see Jeffrey Simmons coming off the field, a big target. Marcus Rue looking to the baseline. He's going to be looking right at Rick Wimmer, who's going to be making the decision.
I think we'll see a QB sneak here based on the past trends that we've seen out of this Tigers offense.
Quick handoff to the right. Dylan Scally. He looks like he's going to get that by at least a yard.
And that's a Fishers Tigers first down.
Scally yet again showing a perfect reliable source for this Tigers offense.
It's 1st and 10 for the Tigers at the 35-yard line.
It is very questionable, though, as we go into the second half. Will the Flashes pick up on Scally's production, as he has been just running all over the Flashes defense? Marcus Rue, another handoff to the right. Matt Noble, another take for him. You got to love to see that. Looking very strong, and he's going to get positive yardage here.
Tackled by 31, Nate Tallhelm.
It's Noble's 5th carry of this season.
All right, we're going to jump over back into that Noblesville-Hamilton Southeastern matchup, because Hamilton Southeastern threatening to add to the 14-0 lead that they're already enjoying.
Let's give you a quick score update. Cathedral is not playing Normal. Chittard is playing Normal. Cathedral's playing Louisville Trinity, who has actually already beaten Warren Central and Carmel. And if Cathedral beats Louisville Trinity, and they are up 21-0, That is a big win for the Fighting Irish. Ben Davis leads Carmel 17-7. Tri-West leads North Montgomery 14-12. Indian Creek leads Manual 29-0. And Chittard playing normal up 28-0.
All right, so let's jump back into this action and see if HSE can extend their lead. Well, that looks like an interception.
No, but I think he dropped it.
We'll find out. Also, just want to take a moment. If you notice the pink on the lower third there, they are doing that in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So awesome. Just want to shout that out. I like that detail. I'm a production guy. So enjoy the game, and we'll see what happens here with HSE and Noblesville.
We're surprised at all, and it looks like Coach Morris is going to send out the field goal unit and try to give Alex Droles an opportunity to make it a 3-score game. Be a big opportunity to give the Royals points on all 3 of their first drives.
It's always a recipe for success. A little high of a snap, but he does get the kick away, and it does look no good.
Yeah,
so
just wide left.
It's going to stay 14.
All right, so the field goal, no good there for HSE. They're going to have to just stick with the 14-0 lead. So from one 14-0 game to another, we're going to go back to this Fishers matchup, see if they can extend their lead. They've got possession now, and they are marching.
Straight to the left. Going to be hit very quickly. Jeffrey Simmons going to take it for a solid 10 yards.
He's tackled by 7, Luca Hodge.
I think it would be an understatement not to say Jeffrey Simmons is the biggest target out here for the Tigers. Not only physically, but he is targeted very frequently, as we saw in the first quarter, where he had a deep ball touchdown, wide open. Marcus Rue looking to take the snap. 3 receivers on his right. He's going to throw to his left, though, and he's going to see an open man. Break a couple hits from the flashes, and he's going to take it a solid 9 to 10 yards. Jeffrey Simmons yet again.
And that's a Fishers first down.
All right, looks like that Pike is in the red zone in their matchup against Center Grove. So we're going to jump back over to that, and we're going to do some rapid switching between this game and that game between Fishers and Franklin Central, so you don't miss any scoring here on IndyStar Friday Night Live.
And Pike has had a tough season, and this is the first year under Pat Echeverria, who came back to Pike. He was an assistant and a graduate of Pike from Zionsville. Anthony Ciadello, their quarterback, is having a pretty decent season, so he's been a pleasant surprise. So let's see what Pike can do here.
Absolutely.
And that second effort, I don't know, Ted.
I don't know about that. Didn't look like he got...
I don't think he got back to the line of scrimmage.
He didn't get to the 20.
He did not get back to the 20-yard line, so I think it's going to be, instead of inches, might be about a foot short of the first
Good push
down.
by the defense, getting in there, putting some penetration.
No measurement, so fourth and more like a foot.
Big play right here.
Great push by the Trojan D-line.
Again, you got to get some penetration. You got to believe they're going to hand it off. Oh, quarterback goes in motion, going out of the
Wildcat.
He was moving though.
There is a flag.
The back who received the ball moved to catch the football. Yeah, at the same time the other guy was in motion. 2 guys in motion at the same time. Watch how he moves to get the football.
All right, we're going to jump back over to that Franklin Central Fishers matchup. Fishers still with the ball, still in the middle of this drive, turn it into a long one. Going to see if they can get a first down and keep this one alive.
Coming into this game.
Third down and what looks like third down and 8. The Tigers are very close to the red zone, so I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a touchdown attempt here. Marcus Rue going to take the snap. For sure looking for a receiver, and he's going to throw a touchdown like I predicted, but it's going to be way over. Not close to any target within the region.
Intended for number 4, Nick Lee. There is a penalty flag on the play.
It does appear that there is going to be a penalty on the play.
All right, I just want to give you an update on that other matchup between Pike and Center Grove that we were watching. Pike unable to convert on that 4th down, so they are turning it over on downs back to Center Grove. Center Grove still has that 7-0 lead.
And I'll give you some more score updates. Brownsburg leads Zionsville 13-0. North Central, the Surprise North Central Panthers lead Lawrence Central 7-0. Franklin leads Plainfield 14-3, and number 1 in Class A Lutheran leads Monrovia 14-0. Let's go to the field goal attempt here.
The field goal attempt is no good.
I stand incorrect, as the referees are going to call it an actual miss.
All right, so a missed field goal in that one. So we're going to jump in and give you a first look at the matchup between Martinsville and Perry Meridian going on right now. That courtesy of our friends over at MHS Rewind, that great student program with an action called by Eric Meyer. And they've been doing a great job all season. And big play here as we jump into this action. Perry Meridian up 9-7 over Martinsville.
And that's the beauty of Friday Night Live right there. We cut to a game. It's a 30-yarder. Now I see there's a flag. I don't care there's a flag.
Because we still got you in
We
anyway.
still got you a little bit excited. You got the blood up a little bit. But,
you're sweating. You're thinking about stuff.
The play is coming back. But still, it looked good.
It did. So enjoy the game. And again, this action brought to us by our friends over at MHS Rewind. Shout out to those students. Let's take it away with the call.
So the block in the back on the Artesians. So we'll replay first down here. Speed option. That's obviously a playbook, play in your playbook you want to put a check mark by because that had success. Ty Martin kind of slipped and fell inside the 5-yard line. If not for the penalty and the slippage, it would have been a touchdown. But we'll replay the first down here. Gives it to Cox. Cox tries to get to the outside, and he gets hit at about the 30 for about a loss.
All right, going to jump into some more red zone action. This one, LaPel and Heritage Christian, LaPel in the red zone. They are still down 14-0, but looking to change things up now. Let's take it away with the call.
LaPel has had a tough time keeping drives alive this deep in the football field this evening. Handoff to Shelton, and he picks up a few yards inside the 15 down to the 14. And that's an encouraging sign for Tim Miller to see the fact that your big man Josiah Scott gets out with an injury, so you get your smaller guy in there who can still be almost as effective with those kind of plays.
Yep, and again, the running game, it's kind of a two-headed monster in the backfield, which, Coach Miller would like to just rely on one, but if you have to go to your backup, next man up mentality, so far Shelton's doing a nice job.
Alexander, quick pass over towards Pro, and that is in double coverage, incomplete. And that'll bring up third down at about 5.
All right, we're going to jump back over to that Martinsville-Perry Meridian game. We might do some rapid switching because, again, as you can see, we've got multiple red zone opportunities here on IndyStar Friday Night Live.
For a first down. A 5-yard carry there for Tyler Cox and another first down for Martinsville.
All right, back to that Heritage Christian game. Another big 3rd and 5 here in the red zone. Let's see what happens next.
Good passes.
Play action from Alexander, looking to the end zone, in through the hands of his right wide receiver, Charlie Pro. He's had a quiet afternoon.
All right, can't convert there, so let's jump back over to this Perry Meridian Martinsville matchup. And
I was going to say, if that guy dropped that one and that guy caught that one, that would have been quite the dichotomy of.
Hey, man, we can't catch them all.
I did.
Oh, let's see. Okay, more rapid switching going on here on Friday Night Live. And again, we're going to be going back and forth because red zone in all these situations, scoring opportunities for all these
I'm predicting
teams.
redemption here, right here.
So do you go for it? Well,
no, they're going for it. No, you're down 14-0 already. You know Heritage Christian's going to score more points in this game with the offense they have. Field goal's not going to win this game. You need to score a touchdown.
All right, it's now or nothing. Or maybe it's
going to be nothing right now.
Nothing right now.
Nothing right now.
It's a bold move, Cotton.
So let's go back to that Martinsville-Perry Meridian game. That's Andy Myers right there, the star receiver. He is having a great year for the Artesians. I think he's the leading receiver in the area in yardage-wise. Helps when you have Xavier Tonitis throwing to you in that offense.
Not too bad.
Let's see what Martinsville can do here in the red zone.
3rd and 10. They're down for the Artesians. Ty Martin, he's going to try to get Andy Myers, and he caught it, and this time he scores. There's a flag after the play. I think this penalty is going to go against Perry Meridian, but Andy Myers with his second receiving touchdown of the night, 10th of the season. So a 14-yard touchdown pass.
All right, from one touchdown, let's get you another here on IndyStar Friday Night Live. We're going to jump into a big play in this Lawrence North Warren Central game, and you can see it. Well, right now, score 14-0 in favor of Lawrence North.
Which is a surprise, and that touchdown was Donovan McCulley finding Omar Cooper, his big play receiver. He has had huge plays all year long. So it's 14-0. Really surprised there for LN. Here's Lapel on 4th down.
And boom.
There they go. What a play. Told you they were going to get a little bit of redemption there. 14-6 right now. Lapel needed that score because, like I said, Heritage Christian is going to score points. And I talked up Martinsville's Andy Myers, and what did he do?
He made you out to be what you said. So and I like the run play on 4th down there, too. That's big. Very nice play calling. Awesome touchdown there.
It's a screen pass.
Well,
I guess it was behind the line of scrimmage, so it might be called a run.
Whatever. Let's go back over to that Fishers matchup. We got some more action here on IndyStar Friday Night Live. Again, Fisher still up 14-0 over Franklin Central. And let's see if they can add some more points to the board here. All right, going to jump back over to the Noblesville HSE matchup. Again, HSE still up 14-0 in this one. Let's take it away with the call and see what happens next.
Good job not taking the sack and gains a yard out of a play that seemed a good job in the secondary by the Millers.
Yeah, if he just had a little bit more time, Luke Childers was coming open across the middle, but unfortunately he did not. But a good job by Hobson to go pick up a couple yards and avoid the sack.
So 1 minute and 40 seconds left. The Royals up to 39 with a 3rd and 2 coming up. He's going to take the snap, look to pass, and he's running on the left side. He's got enough room. He's got the 1st down, and he goes out of bounds around the 45. So good play by Hobson again. Stops the clock with 1 minute and 29 seconds to go.
Yeah, smart play. That was all slant routes for the Royals, and none of them were open. Good job by Hobson to get out of the pocket and pick up the 1st down and get out of bounds as well to stop the clock.
He's going to take the snap, look to pass again. And he's going to fall forward for a gain of a yard. But so far, these passing plays, Noblesville's secondary has done a good job of not letting anyone open. So it's going to be a timeout Royals with 1 minute and 16 seconds left. And as we're a little break in the action, big thanks again to Sky Zone Fishers for their sponsorship of Southeastern Sports Network this year. So far on the little 2-minute drill that Royals have been trying to run, not too successful on the air or through the air.
All right, going to jump over to this Center Grove Pike matchup, and looks like another touchdown here for Center Grove.
Taven Jackson, the quarterback, dropping back, going to let it fly. Wow, wide open. That's a nice play.
So that's going to extend their lead to 13-0 in this one. So, again, the score's coming fast and furious this week. Week 7 is nuts.
And, again, this is Center Grove team you do not want to play in the playoffs. Their record is 2-4. Doesn't matter. They are a very talented team. They are really hitting their stride right now. And, again, they've still been without Carson Steele all year long. Not sure if he's coming back later in the season for the playoff run. But if he does, watch out.
Absolutely. So, coming back on the field now out of the timeout, Fishers, Franklin Central. Fishers with the ball.
Nope, Franklin Central's got the ball now.
Oh, excuse me. Franklin Central's now has the ball. Well, that's unfortunate for Fishers, but they're still enjoying the lead. Let's take it away with the call and see if they can get out of this bad territory they're in.
Throw it away.
number 3, Peyton Vieway's pass ball is incomplete.
And it seems like every time VOA's passed tonight, he's been under pressure. He's had to constantly scramble to either his right or left sideline.
All right, let's jump back over to that HSC game. It looks like they are hungry, looking for more points as they are up 14-0 over Noblesville right now.
The end zone. Again, a couple more yards might get Girolis' field goal range, but we'll see what Coach Whites will do.
He's going to need at least another first down, I would say. I'd probably say a first down or two to be in this field goal range.
Take the snap and looking to pass again. Some pressure, but he gets it away. Overthrows Nathan Wolf. So a 3rd and 10.
You got a penalty flag. Noblesville's been very physical down the field on these Royals offensive receivers, and I'm wondering if they're going to get them for illegal contact or holding or anything, because there has been a lot of contact down the field, but it's going to be a legal shift. So
the Royals, yeah.
It did look, someone must have been moving at the time of the snap.
Tony Myers motioned in, and guess he never really got set before the snap is what they're saying.
Coach Morris is arguing, but
Jumping back over to that Fishers game because they have the ball once again after a big pick that puts them just outside the red zone. They're here a little bit past the 30, and again, that 14-0 lead. They're looking to add to that before this the first half winds down.
Yep, interception was from Jeffrey Brown, the linebacker for Fishers. He's a standout player, and he was a member of our super team preseason. He's probably going to be a member of the super team in the postseason. He's really a standout player. And, of course, we go to a game and they call timeout.
That's all right. Franklin Central's going to stop to think about it, so we'll find you some more action here on IndyStar Friday Night Live, courtesy of HSC and Noblesville.
Unfortunate there. He might have had him open, but this is bringing up a 3rd and 15.
Another good job by Hobson moving around in the pocket, and would have been a pretty good throw, but unfortunately Boysen fell down and now presents a 3rd and 15. So got to be smart here. Can't have a turnover.
He's going to roll out pressure, but he's going to throw the screen.
Goodness, that should have been intercepted.
Pass. Yeah, not a good decision by Hobson. Just tried to force it.
They were trying to do a throwback screen to Nate Wolf, fake the handoff to Blaine, sweep to Blaine to the right, and then come back to the left with a throwback screen to Nate Wolf, the H-back. But
all right, looks like they're going to be looking at a long 3rd down, so we're going to jump back over to Fishers and see if they can get in before this half winds down.
Marcus Rue going to take the snap, looking to his left side. Reese Boland right over the shoulder, perfectly placed pass. As Reese Boland's going to go for a first down and 4 or 5 yards more.
That's a Fishers first down.
41 seconds left in the second quarter.
He's tackled by 15, 8 viewers.
They are on the 19-yard line with 41 seconds left, as just stated. It's going to be a close one. Marcus Rue nearly throwing an interception is going to be dropped by that Flash's secondary.
Marcus Rue's pass ball is incomplete. Defended on the play by number 7, Luca Hodge. Pass is intended for 89, Silas Martin. 2nd and 10 at the 18-yard line.
36 seconds left in this half. As the Tigers have edged towards this end zone all second half, they haven't been able to put up any points. Not even a field goal, as we saw the Jack Phillips miss earlier. Marcus Rue out of the back. He's going to throw an end zone pass to Jeffrey Simmons. Straight through the hands.
All right, going to jump over and show you some scoring action in that Perry Meridian Martinsville matchup. And right now, this one, as we're taking a look at it, 14-15.
And this is big for Perry Meridian. Again, they come into this week 0-6, playing a Martinsville team that was really, really good last year. A lot of changes on the offense for them, but Perry Meridian leading Martinsville right close to the halftime, so good for them.
And let's see if they'll tackle
that was
one.
Good.
And it is good.
You don't need them. I told you it was good.
All right, some more action. We're going to jump back over to the Warren Central Lawrence North game. This one 14-0 in favor of Lawrence North. And man, this has been one to watch.
Surprise of the night right now. I mean, I don't know if Westfield's hanging on against Avon right now. They were leading early in that game. But Lawrence North had lost 4 in a row, and I said before the game they have offensive weapons, and they're scoring. They're using them. This is not your vintage Warren Central team. They are 4th in the state, though, so they are still good. But Lawrence North has a chance here, and they're up 14-0.
Absolutely, and this is our MIC Network Game of the Week, so you can watch it in its entirety on IndyStar.com. So let's take it away with the call, see what happens next.
And here's a quick update on that Avon-Westfield game. It's 20-10 Avon.
All right.
Go. Something to keep in mind, too, Logan, as you look at the clock, 2:49 to go here. Warren Central can chew up as much clock as they can and obviously go for a score, too, but if they can chew up as much clock as they can.
Jumping back over to HSC, they are very close at the 2. And right now they're at the end zone. That's beautiful. Touchdown. They're going to extend that lead, and it's going to be a rough going for Noblesville here.
Nice.
And we're going to do a rapid switch, just getting news of some more action. Another game we've been chasing. Sounds like an interception.
Turnover. Yeah, turnover there for Lawrence North. And again, they're up 14-0. Warren Central trying to get some momentum going to the half. Well, guess who's still got the momentum? Lawrence North. Great pressure there. He just heaves it. Nice play on the ball. Lawrence North.
And again, a lot of people, talking about the surprise, but they are doing it both sides of the ball. So, really great game. Been an exciting one. Been an exciting week at week 7. So, we're going to jump back over to Perry Meridian, Martinsville to get things going after their last score and give you some more action in this first half here on IndyStar Friday Night Live.
If someone's going to score with 52 seconds left, I'm putting my money on Martinsville's offense, the way they have been humming all year. Xavier Tonitis, again, like I said, he's the leader in the area in passing yards. You've got Matt Thomas right there, number 81. You got number 31, Andy Myers at receiver. You got Tyler Cox on offense at running back. They've got weapons. Can they go 65 yards in 52 seconds?
Let's find out.
The Perry Meridian here, as this field is fairly new. If you were like me and didn't know, Perry Meridian used to share their football field with Southport for many, many years, until just a few years ago when Ray Skillman Family Field was built here. Nice press box, and then the officials have mics just like in college or NFL. So when the penalty is called, we can actually hear what the actual penalty is. So nice feature here from Perry Meridian High School. So Martin back to pass. It's going to be a quick throw to Matt Thomas. It is a low completion, about a 5-yard completion there. Matt Thomas with that reception. Good to see. Matt Thomas, his 4th reception, but 2 of those receptions have gone for negative yards, so this is only a second positive completion. Second down, 27 seconds. Looks like Coach Whitson's not going to try anything too crazy. As a quick, and that is all. I think they were trying to set up the screenplay. That was nearly picked off. Football was tipped incomplete, but that could have been disaster. Ty Martin tried to set up the screen, hit Tyler Cox in space, and Tyler Cox could have got that. He did have space, but the ball was tipped, and fortunately for the Artesians, fell to the turf.
So Xavier Tonitis not at quarterback for Martinsville. It is Tyrus Martin in there for Xavier Tonitis. Not sure if there was an injury. Can't imagine a benching at this point, but we'll find out. Let's see what they can do. It looks like they're just going to run out the clock at the end of the first half.
Inside, gets hit hard, and 2 flags come out as Cox was tackled before he got to the first down marker, but we got 2 flags. One came from the official on the far side.
All right, going to jump back over to that Lawrence North Warren Central matchup. A big one, a great one to watch this week. Right now, Lawrence North with that lead and possession once again after that big interception in the end zone.
And number 1 right there, Donovan McCulley. He's just a junior. He looks the part, and he has plenty of college interest. Both Purdue and IU have already offered him scholarships. He can do a lot of things with the ball. He can through the air, on the ground, and I said he's got great weapon in Omar Cooper, the sophomore, who's had a just explosive year. He's got Keyshawn Smith and Bashir Jones in the backfield, so a lot of weapons for him at his disposal.
Absolutely. And the way Lawrence North is moving, it looks like they want more points before this half ends, so let's see if they can get them on Friday Night Live.
Turning back to his left, throws this one wisely out of bounds. And we'll see what this flag is. Looks like it could be a holding call on the Lawrence North Wildcats, and it will be. So that will push the Wildcats back 10 yards.
Yeah, that was a hold on the left tackle, Caesar Price. You saw at the bottom of your screen, he was holding his assignment at the last second, and that was how McCulley was able to scramble out for some extra seconds there.
As it was a hold, like you mentioned, and again, saw Marquise Cross getting in there for Warren Central, and that's all Caesar Price could do to keep him away from his quarterback, but it will cost him 10 yards. So the ball going to be placed back at the 30-yard line. 2nd and 24 for Lawrence North with 56 seconds remaining. And that's where Warren Central might start thinking about using their timeouts. They have 3 remaining. It's McCauley sitting in the shotgun. Handoff Jones left side. He'll be stood up right at the line of scrimmage by Andrew Nelson. And that's going to bring up 3rd and long for the Wildcats as the clock continues to run. About a 9-second differential between the play clock and game clock.
And you don't even see Jason West trying to signal for a timeout right here. It looks like he's just going to see if he can just get these Warriors to regroup at the half. But man, what a disappointing first half for Warren Central. I mean, just standing over on the pregame, Logan, their body language, it seemed like they were ready for this opportunity, for this matchup, and right now they are facing a tall deficit.
As McCauley.
All right, just want to take a break in this action to bring you a first look at the game we've been trying to bring you, and now we're finally able to. Roncalli taking on the Bloomington North Cougars. This courtesy of our friends at the Rebel Media Network, so shouts out to them. Action called from Rob Brown and Dan Bob.
They're actually named after John Mellencamp.
I did not know that.
I lied. They're not.
All right. Well, you got me, and I'm very upset with you. So right now, this game, 0-7. North is enjoying that lead over on Kylie. Let's take it away with the call and bring you a little bit of this action.
There was a flag over there on the Roncalli sideline.
What was the damn whistle? Yeah, let 8 people holding up. Right. Kill the play. Anywhere else, they blow the whistle.
And yep, and they're going to tack on some more yardage to that.
So a personal foul on Bloomington North.
Horrible call.
Now Scott Bless is wanting an explanation as you see the North student section. Good crowd on hand tonight. Great weather today in South Central Indiana. Temperatures upper 60s, low 70s.
Yeah, there you go. Everybody knows.
Leffler gonna fire it complete, and he is. That was Lockhart, and it just popped right out of his hands as he got hit.
Yeah, that was just excellent job of a bang-bang play where just unable to hold on to it because he got tackled right as soon as he caught it.
2nd and 10 at the 29. Still 2 timeouts left for Roncalli. Leffler. It is caught, same play. That is Kyle Lockhart.
And if he would have let that play develop a little bit more, he had Parrott who looked like he was going to go straight to the end zone on a 9 route.
4 yards.
It goes underneath.
Lockhart, 3 catches, 27 yards, 7 targets. 3rd and 6. Leffler gonna have to run. And he's got to throw it before he goes out of bounds, and it's incomplete.
And yeah, I think this is going to be very interesting to see if they're going to go for it this time or if they will go for the field goal again. I have a feeling they're going to go for it this time.
They're going to keep the offense on the field.
Nice action from that game. So we're going to jump in and show you a score in this Pike Center Grove matchup, and a big one for Pike. And let's check it out.
Nice. See, I told you about Anthony Ciadella having a fantastic season. There's his touchdown pass. They're right back in this game.
Absolutely. So 14-7, and this here is some bands set up here. This is actually the Pike band. So from touchdowns to the real main event. Well, shouts out to the fellow band students like myself who tear it up at the halftime. The game doesn't stop on Friday Night Live just because you go to the half. The game just gets a little bit hotter. So hopefully we can bring you that action. But first, we're going to take a break and a quick word from our sponsors, Bath Experts. All right, so big thank you to Bath Experts for their support all season long here on IndyStar Friday Night Live. We're going to come out of that to bring you another touchdown, this one in that Macaulay matchup that we were able to bring you here on Friday Night Live. They were down 7-0, but let's see what happens next.
Well, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. Aiden Leffler's going to find his receiver wide open here for a touchdown.
Very
tie
nice.
The game up.
So again, big score there. Now we got a tie game in that matchup, and we're going to be sticking with that all night long. But we're going to take a moment, and I know we've brought you a lot of scores already, but we want to bring you some highlights we've been collecting all through the first half, thanks to our team that are out at all of these games for Friday Night Live.
Sure thing. Let's start with a long run for Avon. Jalen Love. This is the top-ranked Avon Orioles. Jalen Love going to take it right here off tackle. This is against Westfield. I promise you they're not going to catch him.
No, no way.
Actually, they almost caught him, but he scored. Right? Put your hands up in the air.
Celebrate.
Actually, he was called down right before the end zone.
That's all right.
It's okay. It's okay. He
Next
scored in my heart. Here we go. Westfield. Camden Simmons, quarterback, going to do a nice little, get out of the way. Oop, I'm going to flip it to you, Patrick Mahomes style. And away he goes. Nice play. Big gain for Westfield. That was in that same Avon game. But again, Avon leads Westfield 20-10 at last check.
All right.
Next highlight, we got another touchdown pass for Cathedral. I'm guessing this is Orrin Edwards. It is, and there he is. Number 3 is wide open. Going to make a move there.
Not too much resistance
on that one. They are putting it on Louisville Trinity. Trinity, like I said, has beaten Carmel, has beaten Warren Central this year. They're not beating Cathedral tonight, it looks like.
Not at all.
All right, here's a good highlight. This is not that the others aren't. This is Ben Davis, wide receiver. Jalen Nolan, a long touchdown run on a bubble screen. And watch him make a move here. Whoop. Watch him make another move here. Whoop.
Oh.
And he's gone. Look at it. He's not fast forward, folks. That's how fast he really is. Touchdown.
Is it the socks?
It's got to be the socks.
It's got to be the socks.
It's got to be the socks.
I like it.
You want more highlights? I've got more highlights for you. Here you go. New Pal against Shelbyville. This is a game that nobody really wanted to play because of the disparity between the two teams. Guess what? Block punt right there. New Pal gets the ball. They start their own. I think they started their first drive there. They scored on the next play. New Pal's up big. Guess what? Here's another New Pal highlight. Here's how they scored. Or this is a different score, but this is Charlie Spiegel. And guess what he's going to do? He's going to rumble. He's going to bumble.
He didn't have to rumble or bumble.
Yeah, he's going in untouched. Long touchdown run for the IHSA's all-time leading touchdown man and all-time leading rusher, Charlie Spiegel. What can that guy not do?
Homie is a handful.
He can't throw the ball, actually. His only passing attempt was for an interception this year. Okay, Westfield interception here. Benji Welch sits on the hitch. Got it. This is, again, Avon again in that number 1 team, but Westfield giving a fight against Avon. Nice little move there from Benji Welch. Guess what? I've got another interception for you. This is Shelbyville. So Shelbyville, not the pushover everyone thought they might be. Look at this. Hello. Lincoln Roth throw a little pass over the big guy with the interception. Nice little return. Good job for Shelbyville there. They need something to cheer for.
They
something
got
to cheer for there. And again, be on the lookout for more from that New Pal Shelbyville game. Our insider, Kyle Nenrip, is at that game. Going to have some great coverage on it. Kind of looking at the fact that a 6-0 team that is going to win 60 games in a row, playing an 0-6 team that hasn't scored since week 1. What do they have to gain? He's going to have a great story on that, no doubt about
Absolutely.
that. Got another highlight for you. This is the last of the bunch so I can catch my breath. Here's another Avon touchdown. This is Krishan McCray. Guess what? He's going to need to catch his breath too because he just ran 40 yards for a touchdown.
All right, great highlights. How you feeling?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to get you rest because we're going to bring you one of my favorite parts of IndyStar Friday Night Live, some band action. And this kicking things off is going to be some Fisher's Band action. And just to let you know, much like we do for touchdowns and red zone opportunities, we're going to do some rapid switches back and forth because HSC's band is also on the field.
Did you just say rapid switches for band?
Rapid switches for bands, because why would you want to miss all the hard work that goes into these performances? And there's one of your rapid switches. This is over in the HSC game. So much like you prepare all week for your opponent, these bands prepare all week for their opponents. They want to go out and they want to wow the crowd.
What is their opponent?
The other band. What are you talking about?
The other bands aren't there.
The bands travel, man. Trust me, I spent a lot of time on buses, in bands, and I was a quint player. That's a lot of drums. That's 5. That's what quint means. And I traveled with my quints to every school, and I would make sure that when I had the opportunity, you walk over to the opposing team, you throw down your drum.
All right, what is this movement? What is this movement?
Wait a second. You throw down your drum, not like Nick Cannon, because that wasn't accurate. But when we got it in, we got it in. So first, as you mentioned, this right here, it looks like a figure 8, but it's not. This is closer to a wrapped infinity. It's more like a Venn diagram. These kids have been doing their homework. See, on the left side of the Venn diagram, you got the kids that want it. On the right side, you got kids who also want it. In the middle, you got the kids who really want it. Because everyone wants it. Everyone out here is giving their best during this performance. And like you said, you can see this rapid movement now. Thankfully, carrying the drum, I never really had to have that kind of footwork. I just kind of chilled in the back and did my thing. And I really wasn't that graceful on my feet. It's kind of why I didn't really play much when even though I was on the football team. But I played a lot. First chair quint.
You're saying I a lot.
Well, look, I'm sorry trying to relive my glory days. You do it all the time. Just let me have my moment.
Can I give you score updates real quick while we do this?
Fine, give me some
sure.
score
We got
updates.
Brownsburg leading Zionsville 20-7. New Pal, we showed you that Shelbyville game. They were up 28-0. Charlie Spiegel has 3 first-half touchdowns. Mooresville leads Whiteland 13-10. Cascade leads Speedway 20-7. Danville leads Frankfort 40-0. Ouch. Pendleton Heights leads Delta 7-3. And in a really interesting game, North Central is beating Lawrence Central 14-6. North Central really kind of the surprise team in the MIC. They've never won the MIC conference since it's been in existence since 1995, I believe.
Wow.
They've never won it in football. They've won it in basketball, but not in football. Not really a football school. Well, guess what? This is Kevin O'Shea's second year at North Central, and he has turned that program around. He built a power at Lafayette Central Catholic in Class A for years and years and years. Took the step up all the way to 6A, and he has found himself a winner, or built himself a winner in North Central.
Absolutely. Let's see if we can get another switch over here in this band breakdown here, and HSC's band is tearing it up. Just got word, breaking news, we're not able to bring you any more action from that Fisher's band. It sounds like it got so crazy and hot on the field that we couldn't even handle it. So we're going to stick here with HSC and show you more of their really, really elegant crossing patterns that they're doing here on the field. So the drum major looks like they're kind of subdued. I like my drum major a little more turned up, but I understand that they're keeping it reserved. They're a professional band. They're not trying to wow you with a bunch of flash. They're going to let their playing skills speak for themselves. And even though I can't hear it, it looks like they sound beautiful.
It looks and sounds great. It looks and sounds great.
So thank you for IndyStar Friday Night Live band breakdown from Justin Mack. That's the BBB. That's the Justin Mack Big Band Breakdown. You're welcome. That's branding.
Go to commercial.
We're going to go to commercial. Let's take a quick 60-second word from our sponsors, Bath Experts.
We've been in the gym, yeah, we've been in the gym. Focused on the win, what you say, boy? Come again, hey, please come again. I like we ain't poppin', hey, who gon' stop us now? Who gon' stop us now? Who gon' stop us now?
All right, so thank you for still sticking with us here on IndyStar Friday Night Live, presented by Bath Experts.
Right there? How
we
cool
look
did
cool
we look?
everywhere. We're going to jump back into that lapel matchup. Looks like, again, 14-21. They got a little more time before the half, so let's see what happens. Take it away with the call to see who can maybe end this half with some momentum.
That was a nice grab there. Max Milton, the quarterback at Heritage Christian. Like I said, they're going to be point scored in this game. Look at it, it's 21-14 already, and it looks like more might happen here in the first half. But again, big offensive weapons for Heritage Christian. They're moving quick. You got to like your offensive chances with Max Milton at quarterback.
Absolutely.
And now quick back to add the action here, and they hit it, their receiver again, and that is going to be a nifty grab by Garden Sharp.
That's another nice catch there by Gary and Sharp on the sidelines. Where he's made sure he's kept his feet inbounds that time. A little toe tap magic by Sharp, and they're moving this ball down the field. 39 seconds left to go. I thought they might have just been content running the ball with Colton Brown, but two nice plays by the receivers for Heritage Christian, and he got out of bounds. Seuss. The clock is stopped, and now Milton has all the time he wants right now to get a good play.
Heritage moving in Bulldog territory. Here's Thompson in motion. Milton looking in Thompson's direction. He dumps it off to Colton for a gain of about 2 yards. And now we have a timeout coming up on the field. And we'll go ahead and take one with them. Don't go anywhere. The last 32 seconds of this first half coming up next here on Indiana SRN.
Today's games brought to you by Shen Technology Service Corporation.
All right, so welcome back on IndyStar Friday Night Live. I want to thank you guys for joining us all evening long, and I know you have been because you've been sharing using that hashtag IndyStarFNL, so I want to remind you to continue to do that, whether you're at the games or at home, watching us bring you all of these games. And again, our network partners have made that possible all season long. And again, this was a first-time thing. We've never tried anything like this before, so I want to take a big thank you to them for taking a chance on us. And so far, so good.
I think so. 7
weeks in?
Yeah.
Haven't made anybody mad, still on the air?
But we have been canceled. That's the important thing.
Everyone gets canceled in 2019.
New CEO came in town this week for Gannett. New CEO, the big boss.
Shouts out.
He likes the show.
I like the show. And I do want to make sure that you guys are sticking with us and make sure that you can find us everywhere that you are. So if you're at home with me with old school desktop, the old compact Pasario, whatever you're rocking, if that's how you get down, you can watch it on IndyStar.com. You can also find the Mick Network Game of the Week on IndyStar.com in its entirety. But you can also find us on all of your mobile devices, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. We are live streaming all night long, and we will continue to do so all season long thanks to your support.
Yeah, you're heading downtown to the bars on the Red Line. You should watch us right now. Nothing passes the time on public transit like watching video highlights.
Absolutely. And we're 7 weeks in, so a lot of players are emerging as top players, much like the top teams have been emerging. So I'm just wondering, a little bit about the big award.
Sure. The big award is being Mr. Football. Well, the biggest award is state champion because we're in it for the team. But individuals win awards too. And Mr. Football, IndyStar Mr. Football, is probably a foregone conclusion. Kyle Nedrip, our insider, mentioned earlier in the show. He had a story in today's paper. It's online right now at IndyStar.com. Charlie Spiegel, what can we say? Like I said, he's got 3 touchdowns in the first half this week. He's the all-time IHSAA rushing leader. He's the all-time IHSAA touchdowns leader. He's going to probably break the all-time scoring record, which is owned by Brett Law, who did that in the late 80s for Sheridan. He's going to have every record he sought out to break this year. So Charlie Spiegel is going to be tough to beat, especially because New Pal has won 60 straight regular season games. They won the state title last year. They're the odds-on favorite to win the 5A state title this year. So Charlie Spiegel, probably I can go ahead and call the trophy store and get his name on it.
Don't jinx him, but yeah, probably Charlie Spiegel.
Yes, but so Kyle wrote about Charlie Spiegel, but then also said, here are 10 other players to watch as well. And there are some locals here you want to keep an eye on. We've already seen Orrin Edwards today. Mm-hmm. We've seen him throw 3 touchdown passes for Cathedral. Drew Byerly for Franklin. Franklin is a surprise team at 5-1. He can do it with his legs. He can do it with his arm. He's doing fantastic things. Richard Hamilton, North Central receiver, had a big game last week. Jay Higgins, the Brebeuf Jesuit linebacker, he is a stud from Iowa. But let's go to this Heritage Christian trying to score at the end of the half. Like I said, Max Milton, stud QB. He's got weapons. Number 25. Okay.
Just a little bit inside.
Well, it stops the clock, though, so you're okay.
But again, they still got some action here in the first half. But again, you've named a lot of great players that people have been watching.
I had more locals going. So We had Jay Higgins, the linebacker from Brebeuf Jesuit. We saw him put a hit last week that almost got us out of our seats.
It was nuts.
He is going to Iowa. He is a stud linebacker. Then we got Donnie Marcus, running back from Brownsburg. Donnie Marcus is going to Ball State. He has really come on for the Bulldogs. He will be key to any run they have in the sectionals. And then Spencer Wright, the quarterback for Webo, led Webo to the 2A state title last year, having another big season this year. Webo is dominating since that surprise loss earlier in the year. But let's go back to this game. Heritage Christian hands the ball off there. Looks like to Colton Brown. They have a timeout, so they're going to call it. The quarterback is trying to get it. 14 seconds left.
And we're going to do some more rapid switching, too, here while Matt continues to give you that
breakdown.
breakdown.
I'm done.
All right, well, Matt's done. Matt's going to hang out, and we're going to watch this matchup here. Again, this is the start of the second half here for Hamilton Heights and Tipton. We're also going to jump back between these two games as this one kicks off the second half, and the other one is winding down its first half because, again, we can bring you a little bit of everything here on IndyStar Friday Night Live. Who else can do that?
No, us.
2 this year, doing really well, averaging 29 points per game offensively. So they're right at their average tonight.
Wide receivers both ways. The man in motion is Drew Pierce. And that is Lyons. And he may have the first down very close. Blake Webble made the stop. And it is a first down for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, Jamin Lyon, there he is.
All right, going to jump back over to that other matchup again, a Heritage Christian matchup in the red zone. Time ticking away, second down, and prime scoring opportunity. Let's see what happens next.
Snap to Milton, looking high to his receiver, Eckel, and it's incomplete, and there is no flag on the play. So looking into some double coverage, there was Milton to his big man, Eckel. And now it looks like they're going to send out Caleb King to attempt a field goal.
You know, I think if you're Lapel, this is a small victory because you had them deep in their territory. They move the ball down the field. You get some penalties. You get them all the way to the 5-yard line, but you hold. And I think that's a good job by this Lapel defense. If you would have gave up a touchdown, gone down 14 points at half, Coach Miller wouldn't have been happy. I think he'll accept being down 10 and going into halftime and taking his loss.
King, and it's blocked. The field goal is blocked, and it is recovered by Lapel.
Wow.
And that goes from a small victory, CJ, to a big victory for Lapel.
Big victory for Lapel. Coach Ray can't be happy.
All right, so a big block kick there.
Block parties everywhere
Another
tonight.
one. It's
I wasn't
nuts.
invited, but block parties across town.
Yeah, you're never invited to block parties. Doesn't surprise me. Let's jump back into this HSC Noblesville matchup as they kick off their second half. HSC, as you can see, continuing to roll like they have been the past 2 weeks in this game, up 21-0 over Noblesville. So let's take it away with the call and see if they can keep on piling on.
Ben Boysen with a great catch over the middle on a post route.
It's going to move the chains for the Royals to bring them down about to the 26-yard line. So a good gain of about 12. Hobson's going to take the snap, hand it to Blaine Wirtz up the middle. Trying to get the run game going in the second half, but nothing.
All right, going to hop back over to that other matchup, that Tipton-Hamilton Heights matchup. That one's still a tie game, 14-all, as they are just getting rolling here in the third.
You see the rhythm that Tipton's in right now, although they're kind of going slow offensively with the huddles and getting the play calls in and so forth with 7 seconds on the play clock, but they're in really good rhythm, getting good chunk yards.
And that's Anthony Reel. And he has a first down and more. Deshaun King makes the stop, and that's their third first down of this drive. They're grinding it out.
Yeah. Take a look at the Indiana Members Credit Union replay. Reel will get 4 yards on this. And watch him get wrestled to the ground. Didn't feel like he was actually on the ground, but he was. His shoulder touched the ground. Deshaun King just threw him to the ground aggressively. You got to like the pink tape on his arm. It's October. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. You can see the pink towel there in the middle of your screen. There's only 5 seconds to go on the play.
We're going to jump back over to bring you some more action because HSC is just hanging out just outside the red zone. It feels like they've been there all night long. And if you look at the score, they've been there all night long. So let's take a look and see if they can add another touchdown to their total.
And so I would be surprised if the Royals don't go for it. They could try to see if Noblesville jumps off sides, which they have done a few times tonight, so it might not be the worst idea in the world to try it.
Going to put Ben Boysen in motion.
All
There
right,
we
on
go.
cue. First down. Usually when you only have one win on the season, you're usually not the most disciplined football team in the world, and Noblesville has showed several times tonight that they haven't been very disciplined, whether it be jumping off sides or hitting Jake Houston, the punt returner, about 4 seconds before the ball got there. So they've made some mistakes tonight on some penalties that have cost them, and there's another example there.
Those penalties really take you out of the game. Any momentum that you might have,
Well, they're just killers. You can't shoot yourself in the foot. And especially when you're a team that your offense struggles, moving the.
And we've got a big interception here on the 1 yard line. Take a look.
Nice
and he
play
said,
there.
"That's mine now."
That's Cameron Knott, and guess what he says? You're not going to catch that. I am.
Oh, gosh, you've been wanting to get that out all night.
I have. That's Cameron Knott. He's one of the best receivers in the area. Sorry, but I'm going to do puns all day long. Also worth noting, in the New Pal game, we thought it was going to happen this way, and it's happening this way. It is 49-0 in the first half. New Pal over Shelbyville, and Charlie Spiegel has 6 touchdowns.
6 touchdowns.
So about that whole Mr. Football, 10 other guys to consider. Maybe not.
All right, let's take it away with the call and see what happens next in this one with HSC and Noblesville.
they can put up some points, take advantage of that turnover. He's looking to pass. He does on the right side. DeAndre Rhodes. That's going to be a touchdown, DeAndre. A very impressive play over the middle is going to put them up 27.
All right, another touchdown for HSC, so let's jump back over to that matchup between Perry Meridian and Martinsville. Looks like we've got some more red zone action. You might not be able to tell by the flag situation going on right now, but again, this one 16-14 in favor of Perry Meridian.
Too much laundry on the field. You shouldn't do laundry on Friday nights.
You shouldn't. Save that for Sunday afternoons.
Yeah, Sunday afternoons, always.
All right, let's take it away with the call and see what happens next.
Fakes the handoff. Gives to Andy Myers in that little screen. Andy Myers makes one man miss. At the 10, the 5, stretches out. Is he in? It's touchdown.
There's no penalty, is there?
Impressive touchdown there. Let's see if we can get you another one. Warren Central, Lawrence North, and a long run. And
wow, quarterback looks like Kobe Moore. Number 10's looking for someone to block. He finally,
big
nice
stiff arm.
and he's just going to carry this guy into the end zone.
He was not going to be stopped.
That is a man's effort. That is a man's effort.
Absolutely. He said, I need these points. I'm getting these points. So we're going to do another rapid switch. Again, touchdown there. Let's go over.
We're all over the place.
Now to get this Guerin Catholic matchup. They are up 20-9 right now, enjoying that lead. So I'm going to take it away with the call and have you guys catch your breath because we've been bringing you so much action.
First of all, that Martinsville touchdown from Andy Myers, what an effort.
That was absolutely
what an effort.
insane.
And there's Gus Bumgardner. Look at Gus Bumgardner breaking through the middle. So.
Well, he must have found out what everyone else was doing around the area and said, I'm not going to be left behind.
That's right. Gus loves getting on the bus.
All
no,
right.
that was bad.
Let's take it away with the call so you don't have to hear any more of that.
And they did not want to put the ball back in Garrett's hand. They just flat out blocked. Look at the crease here. Right up the middle they go. Beautiful run.
So it's first down and 10 on the first possession of the second half, and breaking free and getting inside the 5, or close to the 5, is Baumgartner again.
I tell you, Baumgartner has earned his Wheaties tonight.
We talked about him being the leading rusher for the Guerin Catholic Club.
When they've needed a big play, he's provided.
Hand off to him this time, and he gets stood up right at the line of scrimmage. Tries to fall forward over the right side, gets pretty much back to the line of scrimmage, and that's pretty much going to be it.
Baumgartner stood up a little more, and here's that long play. And I'll tell you, if you're going to tackle this young man, you better wrap him and bring him down. You try to tackle him up around the arm, not going to happen.
Yeah, they'll give him a yard. It'll be second down and goal to go from the 6-yard line. Geloff stays in at quarterback. Baumgartner, the leading rusher, of course, out of the tailbacking spot. Second down and goal.
Little hole opens up on the left side, and Baumgartner's going to bully his way into the end zone, I believe, for the touchdown.
Well, if you want to show your kids how a running back never stops, this is a great.
So another touchdown there for Guerin Catholic. So let's jump over and bring you some second half action between Franklin Central and Fishers. Fishers up 17-0. Let's take it away with the call and see what happens next.
It's third down.
Third and about 26. This would be incredible if they were able to get this. And they are going to be a flag delay of game. I stand corrected. It was a false start, but it very could have well been a delay of game as the clock went all the way down to 0 and the snap was late. Understandably why there was a false start.
Ball will be spotted at the 4-yard line.
The Flash is putting themselves on the 4-yard line, getting very close to that safety region.
All right, going to take a quick switch back over to this Pike matchup because we've got what looks like
face mask a little bit. Don't matter. Touchdown.
Got all the way in. So the flag won't hurt that opportunity here for the touchdown. So again, Pike is looking to tie this thing up, and this game has changed rapidly as Pike has come to some back-to-back scores.
Sure, and I mentioned earlier this is Pike's first year under Pat Echeverria, and you know what? His team is showing a lot of fight. Center Grove, they're 2-4, but they're ranked 14th in 6A. They are still a very good team, and Pike giving it. And Pike last week against Warren Central was in that game. They lost, I think, 28-14, but they were in that game against Warren Central, the number 4 team in the state. So Pike is no pushover, and just a programming note that we will show the North Central Pike game live on IndyStar.com next week, courtesy of the MIC Network.
I look forward to that. All right, field goal's good, all tied up there. Let's jump back into Franklin Central and Fishers. Fishers, after a 4th down punt return, they're looking to do some more damage. Again, enjoying a nice lead here. Don't think they'll have any issues getting some more points, but what do I know?
You are clairvoyant.
Yeah, well, you know, I've also got some good research, courtesy at IndyStar Friday Night Live. Let's take it away with the call and see what happens next.
Solid 5 yards yet again.
Number 20, Marcus Rue on the carry. Correction, 20. Dylan Scally on the carry. Tackled by 72, Gavin Kesey. Number 72, Gavin Kesey, the defensive. 31, Nate Felhelm. 2nd and 6.
And one thing I've noticed throughout this whole game is second-string quarterback Lucas Root on the sideline playing a very big, important job in this role of making sure Marcus is aware of what's going on and kind of what the coach is trying to communicate from the sideline.
Remember, in high school football, they do not have the coach quarterback headsets.
Dylan Scally picking up a 6-yard gain for a Fishers first down.
32, Mateo Hodge on the tackle for Franklin Central. 1st and 10 for the Tigers at the 14-yard line.
Fishers has got to be hungry for a touchdown. They've been here multiple times. You can only hope that the coaching staff is pleading they get in here. Fake handoff. Looking to his right. Now going to look to his left. Open receiver in the end zone. Oh, it's going to be close. He did catch the ball, but were his feet in? They were. Reese Boland, touchdown. Reese Boland has been all over the receiving end of this ball today.
The Tigers are closing in on the IndyStar prediction of a 26-13 victory. Currently, the Tigers are at 23 points.
Looks like a big touchdown catch there for Fishers, another score for them. So let's go back into that action with Perry Meridian and Martinsville. Martinsville enjoying the lead, but Perry Meridian threatening to score.
We got a lot of guys in motion.
Warren on the Wildcat. He's going to take it himself, and he will get the first down and gets out to about the 20-yard line.
Lucky break there is, it looked like or rather Larry Harris coming in on that pressure there. First time we've really seen some pressure from this defensive line of Lawrence North.
Again, Moore going to go under center. Atkins in motion. Moore drops back under
So another
pressure.
first down for Perry Meridian, under 7 minutes to go in this third quarter.
And will scamper forward.
Artesians had a really nice drive that led to a score. Perry Meridian trying to match it.
My goodness. I'll retract my earlier
They had a short field to work with after the onside kick. You didn't get it. So they've been working at around midfield. Now have it at the 20. Aiden Warren been the main person. They handed off to Dale this time, and he goes nowhere.
So tough to bring down with this frame.
Gang tackle there by the Artesians.
3rd and 17. Moore.
That's a good idea to hand that off because you know Artesians are focused on 27.
This time, Lawrence North.
All right, going to do a quick switch over to the Hamilton Heights Tipton game as they continue to roll on with more action. And again, this is courtesy of our friends at WHMB TV 40. Let's take it away with the call.
Because Wilson, whenever a quarterback comes that quickly and he fires, you know the receiver's open. And that's what he was doing, but nice block that time, knocking it down.
Look at that low snap. Cameron Knott.
Uh-oh.
He's running with a football.
Uh-oh.
And he's upended at the 38-yard line. And Tipton will have great field.
All right, going to jump back over to that Perry Meridian game after, I don't know if that was a fake punt or
That was
a
a fake
busted
punt
play.
from Cameron not going to make it. That was better than the Gus Bus one.
It was. 16-20 in this one, but again, Perry Meridian marching. Let's see if they can reclaim this lead.
Dolphins are first and goal. They're knocking on Martinsville's door. First and goal, another more. Looks like they're playing Aiden
Warren, and he will try to spin. He does not get away from Ethan Potteroff. Ethan Potteroff right there. And Aiden Warren kind of tried to jump and spin his way out of that tackle. But good job by Ethan. Drops him for about a 4 or 5 yard loss. So second goal now from the 11-yard line. This third quarter has gone pretty quickly just because both teams have run their offense, marched it downfield. No real big quick plays. Pretty methodical drives from both sides. Artesians were able to score 6 points on their first opening drive. Now we'll see Perry Meridian here. Warren flushes himself out and gets tackled from behind at around the 10-yard line. Artesian tackle there, Nigel Bryant.
All right, going to jump back over to that Warren Central Lawrence North game. As you can see, Lawrence North still enjoying that 14-6 lead, and they are marching once again.
Again, McCauley this time keeps it, throws it out wide to Beatty, out of the screen, and Beatty going to be finally brought down right at the 21.
All right, flag on that play, so let's jump back over to Perry Meridian, Martinsville.
Escapes one man. Aiden Warren trying to get to the end zone. They do. So Aiden Warren got the pass and had 3 blockers in front of him. Was able to escape one tackle and then got into the end zone. And Perry Meridian back up top, 22-20. This has been a back and forth affair.
All right, score, touchdown, big touchdown there.
That was
Let's go
another nice
back.
one.
Great running. Let's go to Hamilton Heights and Tipton and take a look at, well, take a look yourself. Some more rumbling, stumbling. Well, I'm not going to steal that from them.
I stole it week 2.
I don't do that. I just borrow. I don't steal. So more options, more action here, excuse me. This game's still tied up between Hamilton Heights and Tipton. Tipton with a 1st and 10 opportunity.
4 times he's had 10 or more yards. And there's a nice run by Javen Lyons off his own right tackle where Brent Pennington makes the stop.
Well, before the game started, Coach Toll talked about the fact that Drew Pierce is a big play guy. Last week he had 7 receptions for 147 yards, and he also had 3 touchdown receptions against Northwestern. He's having 2 games in a row. That young man's having a good game. He's a two-way starter too, Howard, so that's not easy to do.
I remember the first time I went to Northwestern High School. And there he is again, Drew Pierce with a terrific run. First down tripped up by Nate Hullen.
And a little wildcat action by the Blue Devils, trying to change some things up. We saw a little bit of that in the first half, and Coach Toll goes to it again here late into the third quarter to pick up a few more yards.
It's 1st and goal to go.
Wouldn't surprise me if you see it yet again.
Pierce running right.
Good blockers in front of him.
And he's in there. Touchdown, Tipton.
All right, looks like Tipton is in, so let's jump back over because Lawrence North is threatening again in the red zone.
Handoff Jones, he's met immediately in the backfield. Marquise Cross, the senior captain, coming up big for Warren Central.
And Cross has made left tackle Caesar Price's life very difficult this evening, and there you go again. Marquise Cross just beating his man at the line of scrimmage and bringing down Jones for a loss.
2nd and 14 with the clock ticking closer to 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. Play call coming in from the sideline now for Lawrence North. As McCauley stays in the shotgun set. Blake Longest, still fullback, far side. Handoff, Jones has a hole. He'll be dragged down by Nelson at the 14-yard line. It's going to bring up now 3rd and 4.
It's a good job this time running away from Marquise Cross, this time on a little dive.
All right, going to jump over to this tied Roncalli game right here and bring you some more action. Right now, as you can see, 3rd and 12, but glad to be able to bring you this action here.
It. Now they pick the football up. They picked it up now.
Sideline warning against Roncalli.
And now
And they already had one in the first half, so they're gonna. It's now a penalty.
And third time now already in the first 3 minutes that a big play has been negated by a penalty.
Rebels 4 penalties for 61 yards in this game. 3rd and 17 now. It's going to be Hebler. And he's going to get now near the 40-yard line and is going to bring up a 4th down.
Yeah. The draw was worth a shot there. But, yeah, you basically just want to get the taste of that drive out of your mouth at this point after so many flags negating big plays.
So Roncalli going to put it away, almost blocked. This is Colin Weeger, 23, gets a block, gets near the 45-yard line.
He's going to be hauled out by number 35, Darren Hebler.
So Hebler with the tackle. North's going to get the ball 1st and 10 at the 44.
Man.
All right, going to jump back over to that matchup between Pike and Center Grove. Again, all tied up after 2 big scores from Pike. Center Grove with possession, looking to reclaim the lead that they were enjoying for most of this game.
Third quarter being presented in part by Campbell's Highland Grill, home of the $7 lunch, which also includes a drink. Half-price wings for every Monday and Thursday night football game. Kids eat free every Tuesday, and free Sundays every Sunday. Campbell's Highland Grill. Here's Connor Delp. He has popped at the 41-yard line. Well, he's just 5 yards.
All right, just want to give you another score update in that big Warren Central Lawrence North game. Lawrence North with a field goal to put them up 17-6 with with 5 minutes left in the third. And again, that is a good game.
Yeah.
That's our McNetwork game of the week.
Lawrence North has lost 4 games in a row after a 2-0 start. Warren Central's lost 2 games all season by 3 points each, and they're the number 4 team in Class 6A, so that would be a monumental upset for Pat Mallory's Wildcats.
All right, let's take it back on the call on this tied-up Center Grove Pike game.
Tuck it and go.
He's getting pressure off the edge. Flag against the Trojans. Incomplete pass. Luck, the intended receiver. They'll decline it. It'll be 4th and 5 or 4th and 6.
Holding, I didn't see who exactly it is, but he rolls to his right. That didn't look like a hold there.
All right, after the incompletion and a flag on that one, we're going to jump back into this Roncalli-Bloomington North matchup. Still all tied up, and let's take it away with the call.
Down in the first half, 2nd and 15. Play action, Lozano finds Steinfeld over the middle. And Steinfeld keeps going. That was what was missing from a lot of that first half right there. Steinfeld, just a nice streak, just kind of a very, not a seam route because there was a little bit of movement, but basically nice little skinny post, I guess we would say. Excellent job in motion, and now the offense is starting to click. 31-yard pass to Steinfeld. Now this is Murphy. Steinfeld now 5 targets, 2 catches, 34 yards. Murphy a 5-yard pass, completion. 2nd and 5 now for Bloomington North at the 25. True blood, and he's taken down for a loss. Skylar Phillips. The offensive line just got absolutely obliterated at the snap. Skylar Phillips had that interception in the first half for Roncalli. It's going to be a 3rd and 9. Loss. Loss of 4. Lozano. Going over the middle. Steinfeld got him. At the 10. It's so helpful when you have a player like Steinfeld, that a tight end, a big body.
All right, big play there, but we're going to jump back over to that Pike Center Grove matchup. All tied up still, Center Grove with possession.
Pike with a lone score here in the 3rd quarter.
Led 14-0 with a minute and a half left to go in the first half.
Yeah, you're right. So since then, it's been a 14-0 run by the Pike Red Devils.
Good gain there on first down.
Joseph Jefferson on the tackle for the Red Devils. Gain of 7, 2nd down.
6 yards for Weems. Final 4 minutes of the 3rd quarter. Beautiful night here at Ray Skillman Stadium. Our first true fall night on a Friday night here for Trojan football. Weems.
Daniel Weems on the carry.
Another nice gain inside the 10, picks up the first down.
Yeah, when it's just one-on-one, offensive line blocking their guys, I mean, Center Grove's going to win that battle. But, you know, when they get to a point where you got more guys to block than we have blockers, then it makes it tough. But I'm guessing you're going to see it on the ground. That same play to Weems has been pretty effective right there, just kind of that dive play off tackle.
1st and goal at the 9. They wrap up the ball carrier.
Daniel Weems on the carry, brought down immediately by number 21, DeAndre Jefferson.
Weems.
Flag.
And now
late flag.
Extracurricular activity following the play. Looked like number 26 for the Trojans was involved a little bit with that one, Goins. But it's going, I believe, against Pike.
Well, I think it's delay of game. Center Grove was trying to give the football to the referee, and the kid was not letting go, so now they're going to call delay.
All right, we're going to jump back over because there's some more red zone action we don't want you to miss in this Roncalli-Bloomington North game. Roncalli threatening to score. Let's take it away and see what happens.
It's actually Bloomington North threatening
Bloomington North threatening to score. Let's take it away and see what happens.
It's Wardzala and Owen Vogue.
All right, jumping back over. And again, these are going to be rapid switches. So if you don't hear me and Matt jump in and interject, we're going to let the call take it away because, again, both these games real close to some more points for either of these teams, and they're both tied. So big plays every time they snap the ball.
I think we're going right back here to this Bloomington North Roncalli game. Again, it's tied at 7-7. Roncalli, they're 1-5 this season, but they're playing their hearts out tonight.
Oh,
and that's a touchdown.
touchdown.
That was a
There it
tough
is.
Shot to the kisser there at the goal line,
But he
touchdown,
held on to
Bloomington
it.
North. Yep.
All
Big
right,
play there.
So let's jump back over to that other red zone action. Still tied up in Center Grove and Pike.
We got the correction, but
Second down.
Second down. We
there
didn't
you
get
go.
anything else.
So went to first to now second down and goal at the 5. Weems, and he's so close to the end zone. Ball comes out. They whistle it down at the 1. They're going to say he was down at the 1. Pike thinks it's a fumble, but the officials say he's down at the 1.
Yeah, usually in a situation like that, if you watch much NFL football, when a guy falls to the ground, sometimes the ball will pop out, but it's always down by contact with the ground, and I think he was definitely down right there. First down, down on the 1 yard line, third down. You got two chances to get in the end zone.
3rd and goal at the 1. Weems off the right side. He's close.
Yeah, he's close, boy. It's tight goings down in there. There is just not a lot of room. When he tries to go off tackle right there, and they come up and stuff him, and he is on the half-yard line.
Wow, inches, Ted, just inches.
Yeah, I'm with Rick. I like quarter.
All right, big cut over to this Warren Central Lawrence North game. More red zone action. Warren Central on the 13. Let's take it away.
From the top side of your screen, looked like he was creeping in. Warren Central catching on to it.
Well, we saw that in the first half a couple of times.
1st and 10, Moore now under center. Here comes Lee. Wells runs the opposite way, and not much going there. Nick Taylor meets him right at the 10-yard line. And a gain of a couple for Warren Central.
Jump back over to this matchup, Center Grove Pike, and as you can see, Center Grove with a touchdown.
This is how it happened, so you didn't miss it.
And they're going to, and you can see the quarterback already celebrating. He knew it was up. 20-14, finally breaking that stalemate in this big game and stopping that momentum Pike has had. So jumping right back over to that other matchup, this big matchup, Warren Central and Lawrence North. Again, Warren Central in the red zone looking to close this gap.
Foul on Lawrence North, just handicapping Warren Central, as now the ball will be placed at the 6-yard line for Warren Central.
We've not seen this all night from the Lawrence North defense. I mean, if they are crumbling apart here, that's just bad news overall, considering how Lawrence North has kept the Wildcats ahead in this ball game.
So a silly penalty there for Lawrence North, and going to be up 2nd and 2. Ball on the 5-yard line. As a little bit of confusion here between the officials and both sides, as now we get the play clock running here. Everything's set up, ready to go. Once again, Warren Central driving, looking for their 2nd score of this quarter. Moore, again, handoff Wells. Makes first man miss, bouncing it outside, has some room, lowers his shoulder, reaches out, and the call is he's down on the 1-yard line. Well, my goodness, Randy Wells once again making the whole Wildcat team miss as they were in there in the backfield, and Randy Wells showing what he can do for this Warren Central team, making Brooks miss right there.
And Brooks, that was his responsibility right there, the backside contained. Once he made his man miss, the responsibility was on Jeremy Lee, and thankfully he was able to bring down Wells just short of the goal line.
1st and goal now for Warren Central. Ball right on the 1-yard line, 2:17 to go in the 3rd quarter. And again, the official holding this one up, making sure everyone's set. Have a player tying his shoe down there. And it looks like we are set and ready to go. That was Steve Savage. Moore under center, keeps it himself, pushes in. There's 6 more for Kobe Moore, this time from 1 yard out. Warren Central again on the scoreboard.
All right, so big touchdown there for Warren Central. So we're going to jump back over to that matchup between Hamilton Heights and Tipton and see what happens next. Right now, Tipton 21-14 with the advantage over Hamilton Heights.
Down. Here's a big play in the game.
They're 4 of 8,
Wilson
Howard on third down.
firing deep into the right corner. Man out there. Touchdown. Colin Denham. Touchdown. He was doubled.
All right, so another big touchdown, back-to-back touchdowns like we've been bringing to you all night long for Week 7 of IndyStar Friday Night Live presented by Bath Experts.
This might be our best show.
This has been a heck of a show, a heck of a week. Great football around the area. We got beautiful weather, so I'm sure if you're at the game, you're having a great time. And if you're at home watching us, I know you're having a great time. We want to make sure we keep those good times rolling with another batch of highlights from our team.
Sure thing. Here we go. New pal. We talked about it. It's a little bit of a blowout, but here's Blake Austin. Nice little spin move. Whoop. Ooh. Right there. Whoop. Right there again. You want to do it a third time? Nah, he can just go to the corner. Nice play there from Blake Austin for New Pal.
That's the circle button to spin if you're playing Madden.
Sure. On
PS4.
Let's stick with this New Pal game. Here's Charlie Spiegel. We've told you how many touchdowns he scored in the first half, 6. Well, here's one of them. Nice little touchdown. It was 56-0 at halftime.
Makes it look easy, man.
He does. Here's Plainfield in the red zone against Franklin. But guess what? Franklin with the blindside hit, the fumble, the scoop. Nice job for the Grizzly Cubs. Again, one of the surprise packages of the year. They are leading. Drew Byerly's having another big game for Franklin, so the Grizzly Cubs are for real.
Absolutely.
A lot of the games that you've seen, this is Anthony Ciadella from Pike with a touchdown. Almost picked, but guess what? It's not. It's going to the receiver who's going to do the rest. Hit that sideline. Ooh, almost get face masked. Score for a touchdown. Another highlight. Hey, it's Pike in the red zone again, but this time he does throw a pick. So Center Grove gets the ball there, and now we know it's 21-14 now, Center Grove in that game.
Absolutely.
And our last highlight, Avon goes for a fake punt deep in its own territory. Guess what? Westfield sniffs it out. Here it comes. I don't know what Avon. I'm going this way. Westfield says, no, you're not.
It's not going to work for you. Ooh.
Nope, not going to happen. But Avon's still leading Westfield in that game, so a lot going on.
Absolutely. A lot going on all night long, so we want to give you a moment to catch your breath. Let's take a quick 60-second break with a word from our sponsors, Bath Experts.
We've been in the gym, yeah, we've been in the gym. Focused on the win, what you say, boy? Come again, hey, please come again. I like we ain't poppin', hey, who gon' stop us now? Who gon' stop us now? Who gon' stop us now?
All right, so welcome back to the studio here at the IndyStar Newsroom, Friday Night Live. And we're going to keep the action rolling. We're going to jump back into that matchup between Roncalli and Bloomington North.
Our notable alums. I'll give you a hint. One stayed at home and played for Ohio State. The other played at Michigan.
Can you give me an era?
All right, going to do a jump back over to some more action this Perry Meridian Martinsville game because we got more red zone.
I think we got a touchdown.
And we've got another score.
This game has really, you look on paper, 0-6 versus 2-4. Okay, this has been a fantastic football game. It's back and forth. It's been great.
Yeah, it's been like that all night long. Don't let these records fool you. All these teams are still playing hard 7 weeks in. Amazing matchups throughout the area.
They all make the playoffs.
They all make the playoffs. So. There you go. So Roncalli, Bloomington North again, 14-7 in favor of Bloomington North. Let's take it away with the call.
Continue the drive. First attack. It's enough for a Rebel first down. First down, Rebels.
So the Rebels get the first down marker. 12 first downs for the Rebels, just 6 for the Cougars. It is Hebler, and he gets wrapped down about the 11-yard line. We're inside a minute to go here in the third quarter.
Charlie Bless with the tackle.
Yeah, the defense really, and as you saw at the end of that play, they've gotten chippy with each other. They got to make sure that both teams keep their emotions in check.
Coming down to the end of the third quarter, 2nd and 8 at the 10. Leffler gonna get it to Lockard on the swing pass, and he gets inside the 10. It's gonna stay in bounds as the clock is rolling.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be the end of that.
Charlie Bless and Ben Heiting on the tackle.
All right, quarter runs down there. Let's jump back over to that matchup between LaPel and Heritage Christian, all knotted up at 21 all.
Thompson in motion. Milton dumps it off to Brown. He shakes off a tackler and falls forward to the 35 for a gain of about 6 yards.
Gain of about 6, going to make it 3rd and 15 for the Eagles.
And now officially they put the ball down at about the 34. That's a gain of 7 on the play. So 3rd down and 14.
We'll see if they want to just play for the field goal here, get some points, and put their kicker down on the field, give them a long field goal attempt, or if they're going to get enough for a first down here. LaPel's defense has played well to start this third quarter. They're going to need to stop here.
Heritage has eaten a lot of clock on this drive alone. Milton trying to find his receiver. He has him down to about the 15-yard line. On the reception is Sharp. Another receiver tonight who has just been kind of lurking in the shadows and making it a very deadly campaign on his regard against this defense for LaPel.
He's had a great game so far. 2 catches that he's had on the sideline. 1 where he had a toe tap, drag the foot, and then 1 he turned around. His back was to the end zone, but somehow made a catch, kept his feet in line. He's caught everything that Milton's thrown his way. And again, another big target that Milton has. Just throw it up and let him go get it.
Clock continues to run. Milton rolling to his right, looking for Eckel, and leads him just a little bit too much along the end zone, and it falls incomplete.
And just a simple run out to the right side for Milton, his strong side, where he throws the football, and Eckel looked like he might have slipped at the top of his route there, and that might have led the pass just a little bit too far. I think if he would have kept his footing, it would have been still maybe a tough catch for Eckel, but if he would have caught it, would have been enough for a touchdown easily.
2nd down and 10. Eagles can get the first down without scoring. The give is to Brown. He gets bottled up by his own line and ends up falling back towards the line of scrimmage. He does not get forward progress on that play. And he actually lost a yard on the carry, so now you're going to bring it about 3rd down and 11.
Another 3rd and long for this Heritage Christian team. They've been put in situations where it's been 3rd and long. LaPel defense is doing a nice job again, keep making them beat them with long plays, long passes to get the first down. We'll see if Heritage Christian can get it here. They're definitely in field goal range if they decide to take that route and they don't get the first down.
Under 5.5 to play in this third quarter. Milton looking deep now to Sharp, into the end zone, touchdown Eagles. What a play there and a good grab there, but a perfect throw from Max Milton to Gary and Sharp into.
Beautiful catch there in that one. So let's jump back over to these Warren Central Lawrence North matchup. Again, Lawrence North now enjoying that 17-12 lead. This is our game of the week from the MIC Network. You can watch it all on IndyStar.com. Let's take it away and see what happens next.
Well, we got a field goal attempt. It's a long one, too.
8. He was already good from 30 in the third quarter. This one's up, and it will be good. From 37 yards out, just sneaks in as Zach Lutz puts the Wildcats up 8.
And he needed all 37 yards on that kick. My goodness.
Big field goal for Lawrence North, and important to extend that lead and keep them out of distance. Let's give you another score here. This one in that Roncalli-Bloomington North matchup right now on IndyStar Friday Night Live.
Leffler, is he going to get it this time?
Where's the call?
Yes.
He's in. Touchdown.
Leffler's keeper is good, and then Roncalli scores.
First rushing touchdown of the season. 1 yard out.
First rushing touchdown of the season for Leffler.
Scored twice and scored once.
And yeah, that's quite a way to get that first one as well.
All right, so the touchdown there, so let's jump back over into another close matchup. This one, Pontiac Notre Dame and Guerin Catholic still going at it. And as you can see, all these games tonight are some hard-fought, real close games. So it's been a fun night here on Friday Night Live. Let's keep bringing you the fun and the call.
Guerin Catholic had a pretty sizable lead in the first half, and Notre Dame Notre Dame has really brought it here. And it looks like was there a fumble at the 1 yard line down there that Notre Dame got the ball? I don't know.
Let's find out.
Great individual effort defensively. I don't think Guerin, the runner, did anything wrong at all.
Well, now we'll see what happens here, because now your defensive unit, which has been put on the field for quite some time throughout this football game, has to go back out there again.
But this could be a game changer.
Yes, it could.
I mean, now Notre Dame has the ball. They only trail by 5. They got tons of time here.
All right, looks like we got Perry Meridian real close to score. They're down on the 2 in this matchup against Martinsville. Let's see if they can extend this lead and be one of the few times that the leads aren't going back
up the middle, and he will get in there for the score.
And there you have
Touchdown, Perry Meridian.
That's going to be, I think that's probably one of the first consecutive scores we've seen in this game for a while. They've been trading leads for a while, so Perry Meridian probably feeling good with just under 6.5 minutes in the fourth. We're going to do a rapid switch.
It's a big extra point, though, because if they miss the extra point, it's still one possession game. So watch the extra point and see what happens here. But if they make it, obviously 2 possession game with 6.5 minutes left to go. But again, Martinsville offense can score points. They're without their starting quarterback, Xavier Tonitis. So let's watch this extra point.
Yeah, this is crucial.
That last score.
Drum roll.
Kick is up.
It's up.
And that looks good.
Looks good. It is good.
So yeah, that's very important. Only 1 point, but that 1 point makes a huge difference. Let's jump back over to that Guerin Catholic Pontiac Notre Dame game. Again, this one has become close after, like you mentioned, Matt, being very much in Guerin Catholic's favor in the early stages of this game, but that has changed rapidly, and now it's anyone's contest.
Play, but you can't. Let's see if we get maybe another chance to look at this. Here's the play. Wow, not near as much contact in that second look, was it?
So they get 15 yards, which turns into a first down.
Yeah, that second look didn't show a whole lot of contact at all.
There's not much there. Now, the official, to his credit, was right there.
He was right there. So you know what?
And a fumble perhaps may give the ball back. Guerin says they have the football.
Well, this has been one of the more interesting games I've seen in a while. Every time you think it's a good play, don't say anything because it changes. Let's see what happens on this interesting play. He catches it.
All right, so big fumble and turnover there. So let's jump over to that Tipton-Hamilton Heights game. Hamilton Heights and Tipton is still all tied up, 28-all. This one, like many others, has been kind of a shootout. These teams going back and forth, and they were playing hard until the last second.
White helmets ready for Lions on that play. This is a big third down for both teams.
Let's see what they do. Edwards looking to throw. Good protection. Firing deep, and it's incomplete. They were both going for the ball. Edwards and Pennington, again, a battle of the number 87s.
Well, I really like what Edwards did on that play because he tried to get pass interference, because what he did was he leaned into Pennington and fell down, and the officials were right on top of it, and they made a good job of a no call, because that was a no call.
I agree. Now, an interesting philosophy there by Tipton. 2 of the 3 plays there were long and deep, and you got plenty of time, but they went for the big one.
Yeah, now they're punting the ball back to Hamilton Heights, and Hamilton Heights has been.
All right, jumping back over to the action between Center Grove and Pike.
An interception from DeAndre Jefferson set this up for Pike.
And
I'm
not
sorry,
able
I
to
cut you off.
capitalize
I did.
there.
I cut your flow.
That's all right. My flow is always intact. 21-14 in favor of Center Grove. Let's take it away with the call and see if Pike can tie things up here.
Sure.
He faked the same thing that they just ran to the right, faked it left, and then he tried to go down. I don't know if it was to his tight end or who it was over the middle, but he overthrew his intended receiver.
Seidella overthrows Sanders.
All right, and just to let you know, we're going to do some rapid switching between this matchup and this other matchup, Lawrence North and Warren Central. And no need for rapid switching because they just got a touchdown.
Right? Can we get so the officials putting their hands in the air or no?
So you can get some confirmation. Officials, the players always seem sure.
I think they're calling them down at the 1-inch yard or line. Sure.
All right, so almost there. But again, this has been a close matchup and an 8-point game. So touchdown 2-point conversion is well, they got to have the 2-point conversion. But again, this has been a matchup like you mentioned, surprise to a lot of people. But you point out the weapons that are on both sides of this matchup here.
For sure, for sure. Yeah, I would have said Kobe Moore made it there, but he'll probably make it here. Yep, there he goes. Touchdown. Throw your hands up in the air, refs. It's a touchdown.
All right, refs still not signaling, but jumping back over to this Center Grove Pike matchup. Again, another scoring opportunity and a big opportunity to tie things up here for Pike.
Yep, and we'll go back to that Lawrence North Warren Central game to see what happens with that. Likely would be a 2-point conversion at this point of the game. You would think Warren would go to try to tie that up.
Don't really have a lot of options
So
there.
we've got a lot going on, so stick with us. There looks to be an injury on the field in Pike game. He's punching the ground. So.
All right, so we're going to take a look at this extra point. Again, thank you guys all for viewing. No matter how or where you're viewing from on IndyStar Friday Night Live, use the hashtag IndyStarFNL to share your thoughts and praise for the broadcast because I feel like we've been doing a great job.
I do too, and I expect my mentions to just be filled with plaudits.
And then fire emojis everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a touchdown. So let's see what they do with a 2-point conversion.
Yeah, no question whether or not he got in there.
There's no review in high school, so if they called it a touchdown, it's a touchdown. So.
It's a touchdown.
Yeah, it's a touch. Down.
If Warren Central does get the 2-point conversion, that just creates a whole new ball game right here. It's almost like creates that play prevent mode and just play not to lose the game versus, okay, we're tied. We have to go win this ball game now.
We're seeing Excel Brooks get off the field now under his own power, which is good to see as brings up the 2-point conversion. Moore out of the shotgun. Price in motion. Moore looking right side, looking for Wells, and this one gonna be shorthanded, incomplete as the Lawrence North Wildcat defense gets a much-needed hold.
All right, so 2-point conversion, no good. So let's jump back over to Pike and Center Grove.
That was the injured player for Pike. 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line, and they're going to try to run it, but they're going to go nowhere. Yeah. They're going to go backwards. That's where they're going.
Can you believe that they're trying to run the football?
Center Grove in on that one. But
it is 3rd down and goal from the 8.
But if you want to pass, you need more space. And as you've said before, Ted, there's just not much space when you get to this point.
When you get down here, I mean, you can really play tight and you can bump them and get right up in their face. But still, I mean, they've got some great athletes and they got some tall receivers that I think we'll have a hard time covering, especially out to the right. They got the one-on-one situation out to the right. Now, that's Soderall who does a nice job, but 3rd down.
Long signal count by Seidella.
Oh, it's too much time.
Delay of game again. Seidella took too much time. There was some confusion at the line of scrimmage, but then they're going to say.
All right, going to switch back over to that matchup between Pontiac Notre Dame and Guerin Catholic. Guerin looks like they are in an opportunity to extend their lead. Let's take it away with the call.
Club ranked number 10 by the Associated Press, number 8 by the football coaches in Class 3A. And they'll go straight up the middle. From 9 yards out, Baumgartner again.
Well, let's give that front line of Guerin tons of credit because they really came alive here on this drive. I hope this young man has aspirations of playing at the next level somewhere because he's a football player. He hits the hole hard, not afraid to hit somebody, squares his shoulders. And those are all the pieces of a running back that you really like to have. And he just did a great job today.
Third touchdown run of the evening for Bob Gardner. He had one back in the first quarter from 25 yards out. 6-yarder in the third quarter. Now in the fourth quarter, one from 9 yards away. And
all right, so another big score there, as you could see. So we're going to jump back over to this matchup between Roncalli and Bloomington North, 13-14 in favor of Bloomington North.
Leffler going to give it to Hebler. Hebler just going to push his way toward the 20-yard line. Charlie Bless on the stop for Bloomington North. Gain of 3. We're at 105 yards on 25
And there's a point where you got to decide, if you're Bloomington North, are we committed to stopping them as in make sure they don't score at all, or do we want to make sure that there's some time, there's reasonable amount of time left so that we can respond? Because the clock's starting to run down quite a bit.
Play clock at 6. It's Hebler, or Leffler, and he's inside the 10, down the 8, gets the first down.
Down the middle. Inside the 10-yard line, setting up number 2 goal. Stop. Boy, that was the end Leffler we saw last year.
And
Rebel first down. First down.
12-yard carry for Leffler. He's now up to 7 carries for 18 yards. First and goal. Leffler going to keep it again. There's a fumble.
wow.
And Bloomington North recovered. How about that?
That is absolutely huge. They were seeming to get Bloomington North.
All right, big turnover there. So let's jump back into LaPel and Heritage Christian. Right now, Heritage Christian up 28-21.
On the pitch to Scott. He follows his blockers, gets down to the 5, inside the 5 to the 4-yard line. It'll be second down and goal to go.
It's an interesting play.
All right, going to jump right into a big play here in Pike and Center Grove, 4th and 6. This could be everything.
Seidella to pass. He throws to the end zone. Incomplete. His man dropped it. The Trojan defense again with a big stand. Turnover on downs.
Big incompletion. Let's jump back over to this matchup here.
It's tough when you have to catch the ball with the receiver playing defensive back at the same time.
Yeah, you got your, well, you know, let's not get into it now, but that's rough for Pike.
They're trying to get the ball to Scott. He's a big guy. Let him try to punch this in for a second touchdown of the game. Now on a 3rd and 3, it probably is 4-down territory still for LaPel, so you don't have to necessarily run the ball here. Maybe look for a quick pass from Alexander out of the flat to one of his running backs. They don't really have a big receiver like Heritage Christian does to throw maybe a fade go route, so we'll see what Alexander wants to do here.
Here's the play action looking to the end zone, and it is batted incomplete. Good coverage by Heritage Christian.
I believe
on the coverage there was Schlemer.
Yep. So a 4th and 3, a good play design there from LaPel, Get Alexander out of the roaming around. He had a pressure coming, but you got to give credit to that defensive back there who made a great defensive play, saving a touchdown.
Quick score update here. Number 1, Avon stays undefeated, beating Westfield 27-24, maybe in a game that was closer than some people thought. And also, North Central gets to beat Lawrence Central 17-6. North Central, they're legit. We talked about it earlier. Mm-hmm. They get the win, another MIC win, and they're in the hunt. Especially if Carmel loses to Penn Davis today, which looks like it could happen, and if Warren Central loses to Lawrence North, which is happening right now, the MIC is North Central's to lose.
This week 7 has been crazy. It's shaking things up.
As read by the scoring pylon there on the far side of the field. And once again, LaPel going to be going for it here. They have gone for it 4 times tonight on 4th down, and they have managed to convert 2 of them.
Yep. And this might be the biggest one here, so You know, the ball's on the 1. You don't necessarily have to run the ball, but maybe look for that. So they're playing the middle. Heritage Christian is maybe a quarterback sneak, so he's back under center.
And now they're going to go off to the right side, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown. Cole Alexander puts it in for the second time.
All right, another touchdown there, so we're going to jump back over to some more action. This one, the Warren Central Lawrence North matchup, still 18-20 in favor of Lawrence North.
Some guys down there finally getting sorted out on the bottom of the pile. Timeout here from Warren Central brings up 3rd and 8, 2:20 to go, as Lawrence North leads this one 20-18. The Wildcats, once again, we'll see how aggressive they are on this play call.
And you saw the aggressive play calling. On the 3rd down, you had that big play to Omar Cooper. On the 4th down conversion, you had that QB draw and rollout by Donovan McCulley. So right now it's another 3rd and long situation right here. So again, you would think this is a passing situation, but if it does fall incomplete, that adds an extra timeout almost for Warren Central, or at least one that they don't have to use.
Well, if we're going to look through the air, I think the obvious choice is going to be Omar Cooper.
I mean, it's got to be. It has to be Cooper. I mean, who else has McCulley targeted tonight? I mean, he's targeted Beatty once, by my count. Every single other target has been to number 11, Omar Cooper, and for good reason. So we'll see what they call here. They're going to come out in the spread once again.
Again, out of the timeout, 3rd and 8, 2:20 on the clock, 20-18, Wildcats on top. McCulley, again, low snap, looking, right side, taking it up the gut, and he will be brought down at the 15-yard line.
All right, jumping back over to this matchup between Roncalli, Bloomington North, still a 1-point advantage for Bloomington North, and we're going to do some rapid switches because we certainly don't want to have you miss what's going on in that Warren Central Lawrence North matchup.
I thought there was a fumble. Apparently there's not.
No.
So Roncalli's got the ball back.
Everyone's still holding on.
Or maybe they got the ball back because 2 minutes have gone away. Maybe they got the ball back and we just didn't know about it. But there's Aiden Leffler thrown in the end zone.
Taking a shot.
He's got his guy there. Did he have the ball? It looks like he caught that. But they're saying incomplete.
Oh, man.
From here, 100 miles away, 60 miles away, I thought he caught it.
Exactly. Don't have the best vantage point, but that looked like a catch to me, and even if
He's
it wasn't
not
a good
arguing
effort.
He's not arguing it, which means he probably is a good sport about it. But
absolutely. So, again, this has been a crazy week on IndyStar Friday Night Live. If
let's
you're
see.
joining us,
was I wrong? Yeah, I was wrong. He's not
you were so wrong. What are you looking at?
I don't know. He didn't catch that.
If you're joining us for the first time, again, I'm sure you've probably been in for a heck of a slate of football games, a lot of close games, a lot of great matchups, a lot of great scores, and some crazy plays from these student athletes. So thank you for joining us here on IndyStar Friday Night Live, presented by Bath Experts. Well, we've been bringing you this all season long, and it's been largely powered by our great network partners and all the people who are watching. So thanks.
There he goes, Aiden Leffler. Is he in?
And
I think he
Leffler.
is. Throw your hands up in the air. Touchdown, Aiden Leffler and Roncalli. They lead a ranked Bloomington North team, but we're going to go to this field goal attempt from Lawrence North to try to extend the lead, to give them a 5-point lead. That'd be a nice cushion to have going with the last 2 minutes of the game.
Yep, it'll force Warren Central to get a
pull off the
touchdown
upset.
or
But again,
bust.
Roncalli pulling off the looking like they're going to pull off the upset against Bloomington North, and
This
that's good. That is a good kick. We got a flag on the field, though. We do have a flag on the field.
Ref's still saying it's good.
So then he's got to sort out the laundry. He's telling them that it's on Warren Central. You're going to want to decline that, right? Of
Yeah,
course
absolutely.
You are.
So again,
well, it
big
might give
field
him a
goal.
first down, though. Let's see if it was before the kick or after the kick. It is running into the kicker. You see number 36 right there get hit to the ground by 27. Nice angle of the actual field goal going in. You got to wonder what Pat Mallory does. Does he take the points or does he take the first down?
A lot to think about there, but in this matchup here, you almost think you just take the points, right?
I don't know. With 2 minutes left and Warren Central only has one timeout left, maybe I put my offense back out there. Worst case scenario, you get closer for another field goal try. It's risky, but you're giving the ball back to Warren Central, who can beat you with a touchdown.
That is true.
I think you take the penalty if it gives you a first down, and you keep the ball. But is it a 5-yard penalty or is it a personal foul 15-yard penalty? Is something we're going to have to figure out here.
Yeah, well, that'll be crucial. The yardage difference. Let's see him get it all sorted out.
I think they're taking the points. Running into the
Well,
kicker.
it is just going to be a
Decline.
running
That is
into the
a
kicker.
emphatic
So
decline.
Take those points.
He went a little low with it. It's okay.
So again, I do agree, which I do like that signaling. That was
You like
nice.
that?
I like that.
All right,
Little
well, it's a
swag.
5-point game. We're going back to Martinsville, Meridian, because this game is ridiculous. Look at that score, 36-35, Martinsville, under a minute to go. 4th and 1, the pitch.
And everyone is coming.
He's going. He's going to get that first down. So up they go. This is nuts.
This has been a great week on IndyStar.
It really
Friday Night
has.
Live.
Look at this. We got 43 seconds left. A field goal wins it. And Martinsville, in years past, have had really good kickers. Caleb Urban comes to mind. He has since graduated, but this is, they're at a timeout right now, but this is a game that we're going to have to keep an eye on
And
as
again,
well.
a first down, still one timeout to work with. And they got great kickers, but doesn't look like they want to settle. Looks like they want the score.
No, you don't settle.
You don't settle.
No, you score. But we're in a timeout. So you want to...
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, here it is, the 4th and 1 play. Nice little pitch there. It's risky to pitch that on 4th and 1 rather than just line up and power it. But there he goes, and he gets it. We're going to show you some highlights real quick. During this timeout, maybe we can get before the next play starts. You ready?
Exactly. Don't
Here we
want to
go.
miss a thing.
I'm going to
Let's
talk
get
fast like the
into
Micro
it.
Machines guy. Here it goes. Avon touchdown pass from Henry Hessen to Maurice Stovall down the seam. It's happening. It's a 13-second highlight, so you just got to wait for the first 4 seconds of nothing happening. There it is. Henry Hessen throwing it down the seam. Maurice Stovall, touchdown. Avon. Again, they won 27-24 over Westfield. They are still undefeated, number 1 in the state.
Big
Here we
play.
go. We got Plainfield in the red zone against Franklin, but guess what? Nope. I don't care about that anymore. I'm going back to this Martinsville Meridian game.
As you can see, it's sometimes hard to keep up with the action.
There's a lot going on.
Bringing you 9 games in a single night, a lot of them all, tons of scores, tons of plays.
You got 3 wide, pump fake. Oh, nice play by the defensive back right there. You had 3 wide outs to the right side. You figured he was going that way. Probably had single coverage on the left, but we'll see what happens. But nice play there by the defensive back. Again, Meridian is 0-6. They are 43 seconds away from their first win of the season, and it would be a good one because Martinsville won a section title last year. Now, again, it's a different team, different players, but still, Martinsville is a lot better than their 2-4 record. So this would be a really impressive win. Again, Martinsville's starting quarterback, Xavier Tonitis, who leads the area in passing, is not playing right now.
Hands it off. Tyler Cox tries to get something up the middle. Clock is still not running. Clock is not working. The clock is malfunctioning, and Perry Meridian fans are not happy about it. So for the last 2 plays, the clock has not worked. So there's been a malfunction up here in the press box. So now it's up to the officials to figure out how much time there should be. And now the clock, the scoreboard has gone completely dark. So take a moment here to get this corrected. But it's 36-34 still, going to be 3rd and about 8. Ball's going to be resting inside the 15, about the 14-yard line. So we'll see if the clock is going to be functioning here. But obviously, Perry Meridian fans are on edge. They're wanting to see their team get their first win of the season.
I just want to jump in with a quick score update in the game we've been bringing you all night long. Guerin Catholic look like they're going to take that win over Pontiac Notre Dame, 34-23.
That's about right for the 2 plays. Hey, Moody, turn around and show me.
So 34 seconds left. That Artesians still have 1 timeout left. Martin looking. He's got a man. It's Matt Thomas who catches it right just shy of the goal line. So that will stop the clock momentarily for the first down. Matt Thomas is hurt, unfortunately, for Martinsville. He caught it and then took a shot in the back immediately. The ball will be first down at the 1 for Martinsville. Matt Thomas is up but gingerly walking off the field. Will have to sit out for at least 1 play. And here's a replay. Ty Martin there finds a strike to Ty Martin, who gets hit immediately. And Martinsville will call their final timeout of the night with 16 seconds left.
All right, jumping back over to this Pike Center Grove matchup, 21-14. And again, just over a minute left. Crucial possession here.
Yeah, Pike has the ball. They're across midfield. Touchdown ties it. I have to imagine if Pike scores a touchdown, they'll go for 2.
You think?
I
They don't want to play anymore?
No, I think they just want to go for the win.
All right. I like it. Let's see what happens.
Getting better all the time. So Center Grove interfered right here. Obviously, it's a first down, and clock needs to run. It's going right now.
108 and counting. Seidella under pressure this time.
Nobody.
Center Grove got a little bit of pressure on him that time, and he was alert enough to throw it away.
Down to a minute. Incomplete pass. Clock stops. 2nd and 10. Still, they got to get it into the end zone. Okay, so they're going to have to complete a number of passes here probably to make it play. You'd love to be, if you're Center Grove, if you could stop them 10 yards, rather than picking up a first down and have that clock continue to run.
Rolling, and he's going to complete it at the 30-yard line. First down, gets out of bounds, stops the clock.
All right, jumping back over to Perry Meridian and Martinsville. They are down, looks like at the 1, real close. Let's see if they can get it in.
Official is wanting Matt Thomas to go off the field. Matt got hurt the last play, and since Martinsville hadn't run a play yet, he still has to be off. Despite the timeout, he can't come in. So we'll see what Ty Martin does here. Ty Martin with 16 seconds left. Hands it off to Tyler Cox. Tyler Cox goes forward. You got to move. You got to spike it here. 5 seconds left. Ty Martin snaps it and stops it with 2.2 seconds left. Nigel Bryant upset, took a shot there. So what do you do here? You bring out your field goal kicker. This is for the game right here. So it's Jackson Fry, the Artesians, who have had so many issues with the kicking game. It's Jackson Fry out to try the field goal for the win. Snap, hold, kick it's good. Jackson Fry does it. Martinsville Artesians walk it off. The game-winning field goal by Jackson Fry.
And that is going to be the game
That's
there.
a walk-off, yeah.
That's a walk-off. Let's jump back over to Pike Center Grove.
Was that not dramatic enough for y'all?
My gosh, the spike, the kick, I can't take it. Let's get into some action here at Pike Center Grove.
Oh, the middle blocked at the line of scrimmage. Caden Curry got his big hands up and was able to tip it at the line of scrimmage. Caden Curry listed at 6'5".
He's a stud. He's been playing great all year for Center Grove. He's been the key to their defense playing well. Defense is, if Center Grove comes away with a win tonight, it's because their defense played well. Their offense got them a few points here and there, but the defense was on the field a lot of the time, and they're still out there, a 3rd down.
3rd and 10.
Got to put some pressure up the middle again on the quarterback.
At the 12-yard line.
Defenders need to attack the football.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's got to be interference. He got there too soon. Max Baker and the receiver slow to get up. He's still down. I felt like he got there too soon, Ted. We'll watch the replay. Maybe, Matt, you can
right
slow
at the
it
top
down.
left of your screen.
Right.
There he is.
Yeah, he hit him before the ball got there, I believe.
The only thing for me is that ball is as much Max Baker's as it is their receivers. I mean, if he's going to catch the football, if both guys are going to catch the football, just because the one's on offense and one's on defense, that doesn't mean anything. I mean, it's a free football for anybody to catch. Is that half the distance is what it is? Half the distance to goal line, 1st down and goal. No, it's still, they're saying 3rd down and goal.
It's not automatic. It's just half the distance, I believe.
It's 3rd down over there. The marker says 3rd.
3rd and goal at the 6 is what the marker still says. 3rd down. The ball's at the 6, though. You're saying it should be at the 4-yard line? No, it's
3rd and 4. They can pick up a first down.
4. All right. It's at the 6. 3rd and 4 at the 6. Here we go to the end zone. Incomplete pass.
4th down.
All right, jump back over to Warren Central, Lawrence North. And as you can see, touchdown Warren Central. That is huge.
Wow, they've been trailing all game, but champions, you know what they do? They never give up. They're the defending 6A state champions, and wow, touchdown there. Here's the highlight of it. It was 45-yarder. Kobe Moore just putting some air under it. Let your playmakers make plays. That's what he did. Touchdown, Warren Central. Wow.
Oh, man. Great block there at the end, too.
Lawrence North's going to have a chance, and they have weapons on offense, but wow, that's got to be disheartening for Lawrence North.
All right, so
They
back over
were
to Pike
leading
Center
that game
Grove.
the whole time. Yep. Here's Pike Center Grove, 4th down. This is the ball game.
Dropping back.
He's got him. He's got him.
And
That's a touchdown. That is a touchdown for Pike. Wow.
And now comes that decision you talked about earlier.
I said you go for 2 here. If you're Pike and you're 1-5 or you're 1-6 and you have a chance here to beat Center Grove, you go for it. You take it. That's what I would do. Now, I'm not getting paid to do this, but this is Pat Echeverria's first year at Pike. You want to set the tone. You want to set the culture. You want to win. So what do? You kick the extra point, it looks like.
Yeah, and maybe I'm not as bold as you, but I'm thinking extra point.
I would go for it. I would go for it. Again, it's your first year there. Show your kids you believe in them and you think they can win the game.
Well, it's good, so they'll get a chance to play. And like I said, Pike scoring those back-to-back touchdowns to get back into this game and now coming back and driving with so much pressure. I think playing a little more football bodes well for this team because the momentum has shifted and they've played a big second half. I say play a little bit more.
Well, Warren Central is going for 2 to make it a 3-point game. We've already seen the Lawrence North kicker hit 2 field goals today, so a third would tie it if Warren Central can get this 2-point conversion.
We promised you action on IndyStar Friday Night
We sure
Live.
did. That's not going to do it. So it's a 1-point game with a minute to go. Donovan McCulley, this is your moment. What can you do? You're the quarterback. Can you lead your team on a scoring drive or even get him in a field goal position? He's a star junior. All the colleges in the state want him. Let's see what happens. This is we couldn't have drawn it up any better tonight, guys.
Absolutely not. So the whole night has been a highlight. Let's bring you some more as we
sure. I got
near
cut off
the
last
end.
time because so much was happening. But here's Plainfield in the red zone against Franklin. Franklin won this game because of plays like this, interception in the end zone. Nice play there by Franklin, or close to the end zone. It was right there. It's close enough. I was right. Don't judge me. And here's the rest of Franklin. TD Drew Byerly. We've been talking about him all year long. Look at the quarterback just going and making a QB sneak for a score. He's doing it with his arms. He's doing it with his legs.
He's making it happen.
He is, and he's on the list of Mr. Football candidates that Kyle put out there. Not going to win it. Nothing against Drew, just Charlie Spiegel.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
So this has been a whirlwind on IndyStar Friday Night Live for Week 7.
Yeah.
Gotta say, been a lot of fun.
And we're going to put the 2 games to bed for you before we sign off. So we're going to stick with Lawrence North, Warren Central, so you won't miss the ending of that game. And then Pike Center Grove, likely going to overtime. And again, high school overtime, you get the ball to 10. Each team gets the ball to 10.
Yep.
Get a chance to score. If they score a field goal, you got to score a touchdown.
So we still got more football coming at you.
Yeah.
And again, 2 big matchups as close can get.
So let's let the Mick Network take it away. It's Logan Hunt and Josh Ayen on the call.
Getting ready to boot this one away.
You wonder if they just might squib it, keep it away from Cooper.
And it is indeed a squib kick. Fielded right at the 25-yard line. Big block on the outside. Roland Smith gets free at the 45, and a flag comes in from the far side. It looks like this one might be coming back.
It is. It's either going to be on Jeremy Lee or Omar Cooper for a block in the back. Excuse me. But man, oh man, that penalty is costly too because that puts the Wildcats in great field position with under a minute to go. All they would need to do is drive the ball down 35 yards for a potential game winner. Now they're going to have to drive a much longer distance.
So it is a personal foul. It's like
a hit to the head. That's what the official signaled. And that's even worse too, a 15-yarder. And let's see where the officials are going to mark the ball back.
Like you've said, the officials have been active tonight. I didn't quite see that one. Looked like a good block, but nonetheless, Lawrence North going to start from their own 19-yard line with 53 seconds left. 2 timeouts remaining.
Ideally, you're going to have to drive the ball 60 yards on this one. Get it inside or get it around the 20 where Zach Lotz hit the 37-yarder.
As We will start the clock here. McCauley drops back under pressure by Cross, getting dragged down, thrown around, and Donovan McCauley gets dropped by Marquise Cross for a sack down at the 8-yard line, and Coach Mallory takes a timeout.
Not only do they have to waste the timeout too, but that play was just long developing with McCauley taking that sack.
Got to interrupt and jump back over to Center Grove and Pike, all tied up at 21 here with just 8 seconds left to go. And we've got a red zone opportunity.
That's what it looks like. Center Grove is celebrating.
Big play, big pass
plays
play.
are a little despondent.
Yeah.
So big pass play gets them down. And Center Grove always has good special teams, so you expect their kicker to make this. But let's see how they got down here. Taven Jackson with the bomb. Wow.
And great catch.
Did he catch that, though?
Well, of course, the other team says no. Refs look like they're still talking it over, though.
I thought I saw the ball on the ground. Pike doesn't think he caught it. But I was wrong. I've been wrong multiple times. There's a score there that is pretty shocking to a lot of people. Ben Davis beat Carmel today. Carmel, that's back-to-back losses. But again, there's no easy games in the MIC. As Center Grove is finding out, as Warren Central is finding out against Lawrence North. Obviously, that score has been updated since. But let's go to the call so we can see what these refs are deciding to do.
Yeah, it's going to be a crucial call.
They're calling it a catch. I want to see a closer replay.
The field goal.
Yeah, you got to kick the field goal right now.
38 is a 29-yard field goal. 29-yard attempt.
Yeah, he's out there, 98.
Austin Watson on the season, 9 out of 10 on field goals. His long 48. This one's from 29 yards out, right hash. Trying to give the Trojans the lead with 8 seconds left in the ball game. Caden Curry, long snapper. Harrison Luck, the holder. Snap is good. The hold is there. Plenty of leg. It looks good, and it is good. Trojans take the lead.
All right, so the kick is up, and it is good. And again, a little question on if that was a catch or not, but there's no doubt whether or not that kick was good.
Yep, so that's 2 game-winning field goals we've shown you in the last 20 minutes. And guess what? We've still got that crazy finish potentially for Lawrence North. Warren Central, though, it looks like Lawrence North is way back there on 2nd and 19 with 34 seconds left and only 1 timeout.
But it only takes 1 big play.
It does, and they've got big play machines. Omar Cooper, number 11, is one to watch, but I'm sure Warren Central is going to bracket him with some sort of coverage, not let him get loose. But let's let the MIC Network finish it off for us.
First down's at the 29-yard line. McCauley all alone, throwing it deep for Cooper, double covered, and that will be underthrown at the 45-yard line. Incomplete pass. And final last gasp effort here coming from Lawrence North on 4th and a mile.
Well, if you're Warren Central here, you saw the double coverage on Omar Cooper. That you just play the exact same way. Shoot, even throw 3 guys at him. Whatever you do, don't find a way to get the ball to number 11 on this 4th down conversion.
A little surprising there. Lawrence North didn't try to pick up just a couple chunks of those yards and use that timeout maybe to get yourself in position for a first down to keep the drive alive. At this point, a last-ditch effort, play clock under 10. Still some scrambling here from the Wildcats. Under 5 now. 3 men on the line for Warren Central. And Lawrence North just gets it off. McCauley rolling right, under pressure, heaves it deep, and it's gambled on. Cooper makes the completion. Cooper in the open field. Gonna be down at the 37. Clock stops at 11 seconds to go.
And that clock is stopped until the ball is set at the new hash marker. Lawrence North needs to hurry, spike the ball with 11 seconds to go.
Looks like Relford gambled and didn't pay off for him, as Lawrence North needs to get a play call here. Now we have an official timeout. Lawrence North gonna take their final timeout now. As the Wildcats take their final timeout of this ball game, down 1 with 11 seconds remaining. And this game keeps throwing twists and turns at us, Josh.
It really does, Logan. And at this point, the field goal is more than likely out of the question because you need to get to that 20-yard line. Right now, you're at your own 38-yard line, so that's probably out of the question. What is in play, however, is the Hail Mary. We've talked about this before throughout the game. Donovan McCauley has an arm. He could probably heave it down 40 yards. I mean, that's something you rarely see from a high school quarterback. So if McCauley is able to get this inside into Warren Central territory, that at least puts them in position for a potential Hail Mary attempt. And with 11.7 seconds to go, you're going to have 2, maybe 3 plays to go here. So you cannot squander these final opportunities if you're Lawrence North.
If you're the Wildcats, like you mentioned, I look for something quick to the sidelines around the 50-yard line just to give yourself a setup for a Hail Mary attempt. Just over 11 seconds. No timeouts remaining from either team. McCauley back, rolling right, under pressure again from Cross, throws it up to the sideline, incomplete.
There's 6 seconds to go, too. At the Hail Mary at this point, it's going to be very difficult. At this point, you need to throw a quick hitter to the sideline, maybe take off 4 or 5 seconds, but regardless, this cannot be your final play of the game.
We'll see if they go that route or if they go for multiple laterals here and have some fun with this last play. Warren Central playing deep, playing prevent defense. 5 defensive guys standing at the 45-yard line or so. They're going to play very deep. Final play of this ball game possible.
All right, so a crazy night here on Friday Night Live. As I'm sure you've been with us through this up and down ride, I'm emotional and tired and drained just thinking about what we saw. I'm always emotional. I'm in tune with my emotions. What's wrong with that? And I'm emotional with thanks and gratitude for everyone who's joined us tonight as a viewer, all of our network partners who have supported us and helping us bring you these games each and every week. And of course, our sponsors, Bath Experts, for partnering with us to start this one-of-a-kind show here in the area.
Can we go back to that game, or are we done?
Want to check? We're checking right now to see if we can bring you any more action.
Getting the word.
Waiting.
Here we are.
We got you more action.
Here it is. Here's the end of the game. And that's what's going to happen. That's how Warren Central is going to win 24-23. 1 point. You got to feel for the kids at Lawrence North, but like I said, champions don't give up. Warren Central, the defending state champs, they've lost a lot off their roster from last year to this year, but those kids, there's winning pedigree in there. They showed it today.
Absolutely. So I want to take a quick moment to thank all of our network partners. That's the MIC Network, Fisher Sports Network, Indiana SRN, the IHSAA Champions Network, Rebel Media Network, CG Gridiron Network, Southeastern Sports Network, MHS Rewind, and WHMB TV 40. So a lot of great partners, a lot of great football this Friday night.
This was a fantastic night. At Friday Night Live, if you're not sold on it now,
then you're just wrong.
And we'll try again next week. But get sold on this, please.
Absolutely. And same time, same place next week, 7 p.m., IndyStar.com, Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitter. We are everywhere. So thank you for joining us. And again, more fun and action next week. For Matt Glenesk, I'm your host, Justin Mack. Have a great weekend.